All right, it's Thursday night. It's like it's just another BS sessions, where people cling to light. What's up, Jerry?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Harry Balzer.
Harry Balzer here with the latest update on the BS sessions. Let's welcome our amazing guests, Tim Wirasnik. God damn it, I fucked
Who
it
the
up. I
hell is
thought
your amazing guest? Because I can't see him.
What's up, dude?
Not much. Still on this side of the earth, so I'm doing very well.
You're looking mighty aqua blue tonight, man.
Yeah, my new shirt.
Cool. Matches the gray really well, man.
Something's gotta.
Yeah. And
I
then we
want
got
this whole
this,
thing to go gray.
and then we got the Strozer, Lenny the last in line, Lip Schultz, man. How you doing, Lenny?
Hey man, I'm doing pretty good, doing all right. Ready for another BS session. I'm excited. So here we go. I am ready to go.
I think
Cool.
I'd rename this from what I originally called it. What did I rename it? 11 albums. The 11 final
Worst
albums
final
by a
albums.
group that were shit.
Man, there were some great fucking bands that had shitty last albums, man.
Yeah, I have a feeling with my list, I'm gonna piss some people off on this panel, so just be
If
prepared.
anybody picks Coda, they're getting kicked off. By the way, just thought I'd let you
Well,
know. I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna
well,
warn you ahead. I'm gonna warn you. I'm just
uh,
kidding.
All right, but we're doing that. But before that, we get to the BS, man, and Jerry's one of Jerry because he loved their last album. I did. Jerry didn't crash the crown. But Lawrence Gowan says on Styx' upcoming studio album, Circling from Above, we think it's very strong, Jerry.
Of course, I'm gonna listen to it. It's one of my favorite bands, but I hope it's not as shitty as Crash of the Crown because that was a major fucking disappointment. And the band's too talented to have something that shitty. I do try to listen to that album often too. I just cannot get into it. I
But
like
you
maybe two songs that are listenable on it. The rest of it just I don't know. I am just not a Lawrence Gowan fan anymore. I thought at first I thought he did an all right job. I'm just not a fan of him, man. I'm sorry. He butchers "Lady" when he sings it. They should just not do that song anymore. It's just as bad as if they did Babe. They should
I
not do it.
like I like it when he does say come sail away and stuff
Now,
like that.
the faster songs like the Grand Illusion and stuff like that, he does well. But the best of times and shit like that, man, he just I don't know, man. He just doesn't have the voice for
I
it. I
like
don't think.
it.
Of course, not many people do have a voice like Dennis Young. I get that, but I don't know, man. Just
Yeah,
I'm picky about my sticks, man.
see,
Sorry.
to me, that's the voice I grew up on is Dennis DeYoung and Styx.
Yeah.
That's the voice I recognize as, I mean, him and Tommy Shaw, but
Yeah.
those two voices, that's who I recognize as Styx.
Yeah.
Do you realize Lawrence has been in Styx a hell of a lot longer than Dennis now?
I know. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
He is
So,
part of that band. If they ever get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they better put Lawrence in there. Just saying. Uh,
But he
but
hasn't made the impact Dennis DeYoung made.
he has made the concert impacts. They sell out. They do great
Oh, of
tours,
course they're going to sell out
Well,
this.
they're gonna sell out, but it's not because of him.
but they still play original
are you
material
sure,
with him
man?
on
That's
stage.
Lawrence Gowan. So it's Sticks featuring Lawrence
You
Gowan,
know,
man.
Gowan is a god in Canada.
Well, I was going to say he does. He does. He's very popular in Canada. That is true. And I heard
They,
some of his solo stuff. It's not bad.
they
Yeah.
sell out because old fucks like me want to hear Babe and want to hear the Grand Illusion and
Well,
nostalgia.
when I saw them, I was disappointed they didn't play more Crash the Crown. They played like two or three
Oh,
songs of
holy
it.
fucking
And then when I saw them on the Mission, they only played three songs out. That Mission
yeah!
was a way better album, by the way. I love the
Well,
Mission.
absolutely it was.
Yeah,
That was a good
I
album.
wanted to hear more songs off the Mission. I'm one of those old farts who, if bands make good new material, I want to hear at least four or five
Look,
off the new
look,
album.
look. Me and you wouldn't mind hearing a few songs from a new album, but the majority of people there do not want to hear new stuff from a band like Styx. They want to hear the
They want to
classics.
go back to when they were teenagers.
Exactly. And if
Well,
they sacrifice a new song for something like Sweet Madam Blue, it ain't gonna work, man. Sorry.
if you check out the crowd that Styx is bringing in, it's a lot of teenage kids now, or 20 kids in their 20s that grew up on the greatest hits from their parents. That's what they're there to hear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're there to hear fucking Crash of the Crown track.
Along with their parents.
Oh, fuck. I want to hear that fucking Gone, Gone, Gone. I want to hear
I
the
love that
Mission.
song. They opened up with that on the Mission.
I
If I
fucking
remember right.
love that song,
Yeah.
man.
And that's the problems when you become a nostalgia act.
Yep.
Well, they're not a nostalgia act because they keep making new albums. Now, a nostalgia act is REO Speedwagon because those motherfuckers haven't made shit in years, and now they never will.
But they don't
But
tour on
oh
their new
shit,
stuff. They tour on their nostalgic stuff. That's what sells the tickets.
Speaking of Ariel, I think I heard they're doing a one-off with Bruce Hall in their hometown or something like
they
that.
are.
What I heard.
Well,
Yeah.
Kevin says he has no problems with them. He was trying to give them equal money. They just wouldn't let them use he let them use the name. So, but what do you think about Styx? Do you like Styx, Andy?
I do like Styx, but the last new album I heard from them was Paradise Theater. After
Oh,
that, nothing else.
oh man,
That a while ago.
But after that, I stopped. So, but
Well,
I do love their early stuff. I just don't get into their newer stuff. And it's not that it's bad. I'm bad at listening to it. I just don't.
yeah, you got to listen to all that Neil Young.
Yeah, just quite a bit.
I know,
Yeah, but
Quite a
at
bit.
least
and Frank Zappa. You're
at
like
least those,
very
at least
inundated.
those two are the same people.
All right. What about Eric Clapton rejects Black Sabbath as the first metal band, declares Cream and Led Zeppelin were, Jerry.
I think he's incorrect there, but they were. I mean, I would never consider Led Zeppelin a heavy metal band. If you think about one of the first heavy metal songs, believe it or not, it was Pink Floyd, the Nile song. I mean, come on.
Steppenwolf.
I'm just saying that's more heavy metal than anything Zeppelin did. I mean, Zeppelin's just hard rock, man. I mean, it was different. It was fast and it was really, really fucking in your face.
Zeppelin
But
was
I would never call it. Yeah, I would never call Zeppelin metal or heavy metal.
melodic rock. It was a bunch of different things.
Yeah, I agree. But Eric Clapton, I'm not a huge fan of Clapton, but obviously he's got a following and he's got an opinion. So if that's what he thinks, then...
I'd like to know what Eric Clapton knows at all about heavy metal.
Have you heard Cream?
Yeah, and they weren't metal.
They were pretty hard rock and had a lot of metal
not
riffs.
compared to Sabbath. Not even
Oh
close.
no, I agree, but Cream is pretty fucking heavy.
But you notice he threw his band name in there.
Sabbath is that Sabbath are the fathers of heavy metal, dude. Sorry.
Well, I agree because they were the first group to downtune, weren't they? Because of Tony Iommi's cut off fingertips.
Pretty much. I mean, it's more that you don't have half a step like Kiss does. They tune down like to flat, like E flat and stuff like that. It makes it sound more doomier.
They're the first band that I remember that actually used the pentatonic scale.
Yeah, I mean,
that's their main riffs, not in the background somewhere, but as their main focus.
For us non-musicians, what the fuck is pentatonic scale?
Back when they were using it, it wasn't even called the pentatonic scale.
Yeah, Iommi's the master of the power chord, man.
What is a pentatonic scale for us laymen?
It's just a scale of notes that you match into to keys.
Got a scale on.
Yeah.
What about you, Andy?
I love Eric Clapton. I love Cream. I love Led Zeppelin. But that is a ridiculous statement. I've listened to both bands a lot, and they're nothing like Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath were the first ones. They might have had heavy songs, but we're talking about a band. We're talking about complete albums here. And Black Sabbath were the first one, and it's not just the sound of music. It's also the look. It's everything that metal is, and it's Black Sabbath introduced it, plain and simple. And I just found out yesterday. Last night we had a show on Black Spinner Circle. We were doing a Gary Moore vinyl album thing, and I did not know that in 1994 there was a band called BBM, and that was Baker, Bruce with Gary Moore.
Oh wow!
It was Cream with Gary Moore, and I was hearing it this morning because Al and James Schwartz were telling me about it, and holy shit, it's just like Cream, just with Gary Moore.
Yeah,
I
mean, it's funny you mentioned that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, today I heard the Absence of Presence by Kansas for the first time today. Holy shit, what a great album that is! It's like some of these bands are, that I haven't heard of. It's just like so cool to listen and see how good they are. Because I've given up on Kansas, man. But holy shit,
their
this
last two albums
album.
are amazing.
Yeah,
This
their last
one-
albums are good.
The
Last
fucking
two
Absence
albums
of
are
Presence rules. That last song, what's it called?
What's the
something-
Blue album before that?
Fuck, can't think of it. But it's a great fucking. I love that album. I'm gonna go buy it now.
Yeah, and I'm starting to, when I say I'm going to listen to new music, I'm going back to my old band's new releases or older bands that I might have missed in the 70s or 80s. And that's new to me. That's where I am right now when it comes to new music.
I think I've prematurely given up on a lot of these bands. Because you figure it's like once a band's like Kansas, I mean, they don't have too many of the original members left.
Yeah.
And it's like, how good can it possibly be? But holy shit, man.
But they're still carrying the same kind of spirit of the band.
It is, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you got Absence of Presence, right?
Yeah.
There was an album before that. What was that? That's the one I have on vinyl and CD. It came with the CD too. So good. And it doesn't even have it listed in here. Fuck. It's a great album, dude. I'll figure it out later. But let's get to more BS, man. Let's get to some sad news here, man. One of my favorite action actors. I've liked his movies, even B movies. Fucking Hudson Hawk, I think is fucking a great fucking movie. Fucking cheesy as fuck. I like The Bonfire of the Vanities, which is horrible to everybody. I like Bruce Willis, man. I love Bruce Willis, but he's fucking gone now. His mind is gone, and Demi Moore they were celebrating his 70th. No, they said a year now he's got fucking full blown frontal temporal dementia.
Yeah.
He's gone, dude, and it's like, what a fucking to see a fucking man's man fucking just deteriorate like that. And especially somebody I've admired my whole life. I've loved Bruce, my favorite fucking Christmas movie, Die Hard. Fuck you if you say it's not fucking Christmas.
It's not.
It's a Christmas movie. But fucking I've liked everything he's done from Moonlighting, bad fucking Bruce Willis movies, Bonfire of the Bandits. Hudson Hawk is fucking amazing. I like it when him and Danny Aiello are sitting there fucking singing a song to make a fucking thief the timing of the song so they could rip off a museum. Fucking awesome. But fucking, what do you guys think about Bruce Willis, man?
Oh,
it's sad. Go ahead, Tim.
Great movies. As far as dementia, my dad died from dementia, so I know exactly what his family's going through, and it's not easy. It's not pleasant.
What about
it's
you?
Sad fact. It's a sad fact of life, man. Unfortunately, we're all gonna get old, and we can only hope that we live long and healthy. You know what I mean, and not deteriorate. Sad, it really is. It's unfair to lose yourself, man. It really is. I can't imagine. I mean, my dad had Parkinson's, and he didn't even know who I was sometimes. He thought I was his brother and stuff like that. And he would think of stuff that happened 30 years ago just happened last week. It's just, and you have to, you can't say, well, you're wrong. You gotta like kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Play along with it. It's sad really, because, I mean, my dad's a Vietnam vet. I mean, tough guy, huge Republican. Just he's that type of guy, you know what I mean? So to see somebody that strong-willed and all that deteriorate into nothing it's a shame, man. It really is. And God bless Demi Moore. I love the fact that those two stood together, even though they're not together. They still remained really good and close together. I love that. That's really fucking cool. So it's obviously he might be on his last years, but man, we got lots of memories, man, and he's one of the best.
I got fucking Bruce Willis movies up the yin yang in my collection.
I remember as a kid sitting there watching Moonlighting, and him and Sybil Shepherd, man, they didn't like each other, but on screen they were magic, I thought. You know what I mean? So I like how Moonlighting, they actually made their private feud into part of the show. I like that. That was kind of cool. But man, I mean, dude, countless great action movies, dude. I was just watching that one he did with Damon Wayans the other day.
The Last Boy Scout.
Boy Scout.
Last Boy Scout. What a great fucking movie that is, man. I mean,
Dude, the one where that helicopter fucking crashes.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that scene was so fucking amazing.
just yeah, I mean, he's one of the best action stars ever.
Well, the guy running in the rain with the football and he shoots.
Yeah.
Like,
how it starts
oh
out,
god, that was like, whoa! I never seen that shit before. That movie's so underrated. Nobody really talks about that.
I thought it was awesome, man.
I saw that in the movie theater when that came out. I love that movie, man. What about you, Andy?
Oh well, we've heard about this for quite some time about Bruce Willis getting sick, but I know that I'm not a big movie guy now, but back then, I loved Bruce Willis. I liked everything he did, his comedies, his serious acting roles, his action ones, which is really the majority of them. But man, he was a movie hero. You know, we always rooted for him. You know, he was always the good guy, and so he. It's sad to see this happen to brilliant people. My grandmother passed away from Alzheimer's, and she was a brilliant woman. I mean, brilliant. And to the point that it got so bad that she lived with it for a long time, where she forgot how to eat. That's how long.
I know. Yeah,
that's how long
she
had it. And
my dad was the same way.
And you're so right, Jerry. When you go and visit them, you just need to play along. You know, you're there to visit them. They might not know you, but they feel something different. They feel a feeling. They can't explain what it is. You don't know what it is, but you're with them. You know, for whatever it is, you're with that human being side by side. And I will miss my grandma. I mean, so we were very close. So
sucks, man.
Well, I quit In and Out in 1993. My mom was going crazy taking care of my grandma, and my car broke down, and my mom couldn't handle her by herself. She had dementia, and so I stayed home, help my mom watch my grandma, and I'd be feeding her, and she'd go, "Mark, what's for dinner?" I go, "Grandma, you have dinner in your hand." She was actually had the dinner in her hand, the plate right next to her. I'm not eating dinner. Grandma, look at your hand. And she go, "Oh." And then 5 minutes later, "What's for dinner?" "You just ate it, Grandma." You know, it's like, it was horrible. And my mom went nuts. They kind of gave my mom that, and my mom got injured, gave her, like, what is it called? The thing, I can't remember. Well, she got fucking messed up from it. And then I finally went back to work, and then she tried to give my grandma a shower. My grandma fell in the shower, broke her hip, and and she died like 4 days later, the first day that I started Disney 2001, January 7th. So I lost my grandma that day.
Dude, it's very hard to take care of someone like that, because it's a grown baby.
Yeah,
it is.
We had to clean her bed, wipe her up like a baby, put diapers on her. It was it was a hard thing, man. I felt for my mom.
I remember when my dad, he had dementia, and he didn't recognize anything. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just sitting there. And I used to go after I'd get out of work, and I'd go over there every day because he was in a facility, and I'd read him the paper every dinner time.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Every night. And because he always read the paper. And he used to look at me like just the blankest look on his face. And all I could see coming out of his eye, because he only had one eye, was, "Why are you doing this to me?"
Yeah. My grandma thought I was torturing her. She said, "I hate you. I hate you." She would say that to me all the time. And it's like, my grandma didn't hate me. She came down every year from Alameda, California, took me to Disneyland with two of my friends for my birthday.
You know she did.
I know she didn't hate me, but it hurts to hear that from somebody that you love so much, you know?
Yeah. At least you could hear something from her. I couldn't hear anything from my old man. Nothing. And he made his living as a traveling salesman, so he used to talk to everybody. You know, he's just one of them people, and he was just like Jerry's old man.
Yeah.
You know, really tough-willed, came up in the Depression. You know, he was a man's man, and he knew who he was. You know, and he wasn't, you know, He just knew who he was. He was very self-willed, self-minded, you know, I can do anything type guy. And he taught me everything. Everything I am today is because my old man taught it to me. You know, and he didn't even have to say anything, just by his actions.
So we got to blame him for you being a grouchy,
Yep, he was a grouch too.
for being a metal curmudgeon.
Well, he wasn't metal, but
I know, but it kind of you went curmudgeoning
he was into big bands. He liked big
Oh,
bands,
for real, was he?
yeah.
and Tommy Dorsey and all that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of metal. Big bands is kind of
No.
metal of the time.
No.
You think about metal was like the devil's music back then, just like metal.
You know,
Big band music was the devil's music to older
but
people.
just for thinking of, because they gave, you know, my family gave me power of attorney, and I'm the youngest.
Yeah. Oh, for real, Ari?
They gave me
Me
power,
too. I'm the youngest too.
and it was like, I don't want this. You know, I'm too young for this. You know, hold the phone, time out here. You know, but
Yeah.
no. So
But
I made all the decisions and all that shit, and
well, you know, Tim. Sometimes we don't think that that we can do it, but our heart just takes
Yeah.
over. Our
sometimes you
heart
have.
takes over.
It's not a matter of want; it's a matter of have. You know, you
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah,
And
and
it
the
was
heart
like,
just takes over, and everything works
just
out.
like it's just like the time I served in the military. I'm glad I did it, but I'm glad it's over. You know what I mean? When he finally passed,
Yeah.
as much as I hate to say it, I was glad it was over,
I
because
hear you. I was the same way, and I felt like shit thinking that. I really did.
exactly the way I felt. Like, should I even be, you know, contemplating this in my mind? You know, I mean, he's dead, but it was like, but the whole process is over now.
Right.
Thank God, you know.
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I was the same way, dude. I felt like shit when I felt that
Dude, I
relief.
have that
You know what I mean? So
How
great
old were
movie,
you
dude.
when your father passed?
Speaking of Bruce Willis, he was also in another movie, a war movie that didn't get a
My
whole lot
father,
of pub, but it was
Hearts War.
my father died in
Thank you.
2017.
Oh, 2017. Are you talking about Hearts War, Tim?
Hearts
I
War.
can't remember the name of it. I
It was
know
Hearts War, yeah.
Yeah.
Hearts War.
I
That
got
was
that
really
movie somewhere in here too. I love Bruce Willis. I love that sci-fi movie he did with what's his name from
Oh,
uh
Chris Tucker.
You talking about
no,
Element?
the one guy from Third Rock from the Sun, the kid who played Robin in Batman movie.
Thought you were talking about that when he did with Chris Tucker and Mila Jovovich.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I love that movie.
Go back and
The
that was
Fifth
a bad.
Element.
That was a bad one.
That
was
was a
weird.
great movie. Fucking love that
I
movie.
love Mila Jovovich too. I mean, she's always been easy on the
What's that
eyes.
movie? The monkey movie he did.
12
Monkeys.
months.
12 Monkeys was great too. But
Oh,
fucking
that's weird for me.
anybody out there who's dealing with what Bruce is going to say, family members like us that's had that, our hearts go out to you. We love you guys, man. We're here for you. If you want to text us, we're for the BS Sessions community. We're here for you, man. If you need to talk to us, we've
And I
been through
pray
it.
that my family doesn't have to put up with that with me. I really do.
I worry
really
about that a lot.
Yeah,
They would. They would. And I would tell them, don't feel bad if, don't that you wish that you're happy that I'm gone, because I know what it's like.
There were some kind of exercises that we could do,
Yeah.
because I think about it. I was like, I listen to a lot of music. I remember a lot of lyrics. I do this and I do that. I work out my brain a lot, but there really isn't any way to avoid it. It's not like lung cancer where if you don't smoke, it reduces your chances.
Right.
I heard they got these new drugs that are working in trials right now to help
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So hopefully by the time we get it, those drugs are there.
Well,
So,
you can do mental exercises till you're blue in the face, but you can't
Yeah.
prevent
Yeah.
that.
And I work in a pharmacy. I'm a pharmacy technician, and I see it happen to people all the time who would come up to the pharmacy counter, and I will help them, and we would have conversations, and then it stops,
Yeah.
mhm.
and it's tough to see, because then their spouse is taking over, or their children's taking over, and
Yeah.
it's a tough thing to see.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. Steve Lukather has set the record straight on his reported involvement on the new Van Halen album, following reports from a Dutch newspaper that revealed he'd be working on a new record with Alex Van Halen I will
Oh,
never play a note on a Van Halen album. Who wants to
man,
take that?
I was gonna bring this up tomorrow night.
You could bring it up tomorrow night too.
No, I mean,
Two
yeah, I
different
mean,
shows.
good for him for that because that's what I mean. It's always good to go to the source about these so-called whatever plan, joining Van Halen or not joining Van Halen, but doing an album, this and that. So it's always nice to hear from the actual source that's saying it's not going to happen. I kind of thought that was kind of weird too. So
Well, he's helping him dig up the
yeah,
material and
yeah,
get it out there,
right.
You know what
So
I thought? Very first when I heard this was, how the hell is Alex Van Halen going to make a new album? He sold all his drums.
this is stuff he worked on before Eddie died.
I know,
Yeah,
know that now, but when I first heard it, I was like,
I know, same
he didn't
thing.
have a drum to his name. What?
Yeah,
Or
well, Sammy Hagar did say that there was a lot of stuff in the vault, so I guess
Yeah.
that's what's coming out.
Oh, there's a shit ton of stuff in the
Yeah.
vault. Both Eddie and Wolfie and everybody associated with it.
Sammy, yeah. But
So
what do you,
what happens? But I'm pretty sure that Alex and Wolfie and everyone will do what's right by the Van Halen name.
yeah. I did like that little instrumental he released with the book. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would work
I don't know.
legally. I wonder how that would work.
Well, he owns all the material.
Well, Alex owns it also. I mean,
Alex takes care of
Well,
the music
all
part, and Wolfie's got the EVH guitars. So
Yeah.
EVH brand, yeah. So
Well,
because he always Wolf always says the music is Alex, the instruments is me. He says so. If you want to know what's going on with the vault, you talk to Alex, not me. I just
I wonder if he'll ever sell the catalog.
Well, he calls him Uncle Al.
Yeah, Uncle Al. Yeah.
All these bands are selling their catalogs. I don't know.
Oh, have you guys heard that Billy Corgan podcast?
No, not yet. I want to.
I listened to one. I can't remember who it was, but it was pretty good actually.
Was it Wolf? He talked to Wolf.
No, it wasn't Wolf. Can't remember who it was.
Well, I heard the two I've heard, and I'm listening to the Diane Warren one. Was it Gene Simmons?
It was Gene Simmons. He was talking about him
Yeah.
being the only one on the reunion tour to be allowed. Gene Simmons didn't want anybody backstage, but somehow a manager told Billy Corgan to come up, and he saw Billy Corgan on a break, and Billy was like, "Oh shit, he's gonna yell at me for being back here." And Gene Simmons went up to him and says, "Hey, you enjoying the show? This and that." So yeah, I did. It was the Gene Simmons episode.
Yeah, people were talking about how Billy was really good trying to get Gene to answer questions, and Gene kept brushing him off, but Billy kept trying. But
fuck that. But fuck Smashing Pumpkins.
Fuck you. The one I listened to that was really good. The Wolfgang was really good, but the one with Pat Benatar and Neil Girardo was fucking eye opening as fuck. I didn't know Billy Corgan was an abused kid.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea about that because he brought up Hell is for Children. Says who wrote that line? They cry in the dark that they don't see your tears. He kept. Right. I don't think none of them answered that, but Pat wrote or Neil wrote it, but I didn't know that shit. And he said that song spoke to me, and they both said that they weren't abused, but they talked to a lot of people who were abused. And they wanted to write a song for abused children, and he said that helped me because that was me. That was me, and I go, oh shit.
Billy had a hard grow up, big time,
and it was just
a better situation for him is if he would have raised himself, which he kind of did anyway. Well, but if you guys always wanted acceptance from his parents, and he never got it.
Yeah, well, check out that interview with them because I learned a lot about Neil. I didn't know Neil played the lead on Jesse's Girl or the lead on John Waite's Change or produced a lot of fucking albums I listened to. I go, fucking hey, he says because he doesn't put himself out there. He just does things and he's in the background. He doesn't toot his own horn, Yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
The first guitarist ever to be on MTV.
Yeah, and the first woman singer to ever be on MTV's second video after Video Killed the Radio Star. You have any thoughts on you need to check out that podcast, Tim. He's like a fan talking to the artist, It's like they're having a conversation like we are.
I mean, he loves music. He loves music.
Ask questions that fans want to know.
It's
terrible wrestling promoter, but
oh yeah. I mean, right there. I was like, come on, Billy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It was just a lot of revealing stuff in that interview about Billy and Pat and Neil. So I don't want to ruin it for people. So go check that episode out. I'm really digging his podcast. It's really laid back and really informative. I wish I could interview people like that. That is just, I don't have that skill. It's so fucking cool. And then we get to ZZ Top drummer Frank Beard is taking a leave of absence due to an upcoming medical procedure, and our buddy Al Horta saw them last week, and he was
last
wondering
one.
why they cut the show short. And he even said that's why he knows why. Any thoughts on that? Are they going to replace Frank on the tour?
Don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of hard with just Billy being there, but I don't know.
No idea. But
I mean, people will still go see it. I mean, they've always been a faceless type of band. You know what I mean?
no,
Isn't? Yeah,
no,
I think they have. Well,
no.
I mean,
If you take the average,
you look at the guy they got now. I mean, do people really know that he's not the original guy?
Yes, because he's
We
blonde.
do. We do, but everybody
knows.
else.
Everybody knows Dusty, dude.
average music fan, and you ask them who was in ZZ Top,
Absolutely, I'm saying we do. Yes,
they couldn't tell you.
but the person that goes but the person that goes just to see the Eliminator album, do you think they really know if they got other members in the band?
Yeah, those videos, dude, the beards, dude, they are known for they ain't faceless. People know when they see those beards.
Yeah,
Fucking ZZ Top.
They've been the same band members for over 50 years. And when people go see ZZ Top, they know who ZZ Top is.
Yeah, well,
It's not like Foreigner,
They
dude.
know the music.
It's like I know the members of Foreigner, but everybody basically only knows Lou Gramm. It's like they don't know
if that
they don't know Al Girardi, they don't know fucking Willis, they don't know all those other bands.
Maybe Mick Jones. Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, maybe because I'm from Texas and I was brought up knowing who ZZ Top is ever since I was in elementary.
Hey, I don't know the other two members of Stevie Ray Vaughan's band. I only know Stevie. I don't know who the fuck they are.
It's like it was Jimi Hendrix's rhythm section.
I don't know. Oh well, yeah, yeah, Mitch Mitchell. I know that one.
And
Mitchell and
Ready.
But I don't know when he went to the Band of Gypsies when he made it a huge band. I don't know any of those members. I know the original.
Dude, that's Buddy Miles. Come on.
I don't know, dude. I'm not that I know the original Jimi Hendrix Experience. I don't know the Band of Gypsies that much.
Oh, well, the Band of Gypsies only made one album.
I know, that's why I don't know them that much.
But Buddy Miles went on to great fame in the 70s with jazz rock fusion drumming.
Yeah. And then we get to I got a joke on this one. Frank Ferrer leaves Guns N' Roses in an amicable split. Was this because they made that shit song, The General? He goes, I can't play that song anymore. This song sucks.
I would have left too after doing that fucking piece of shit song.
I'm not talking about Faceless.
And Absurd. I didn't even, that guy lost a lot of weight because he was fat when he started there. He's pretty skinny now.
I didn't even know that they had a drummer.
I thought it was Frankenfurter. I didn't know. And I love Chinese Democracy. So he played on Chinese Democracy?
Yeah, he played on Chinese Democracy.
That was a kick-ass band, that lineup. So
what's his name?
5 other drummers.
Yeah, which one? Because they had about 10 different lineups.
And then everybody was speculating Steven Adler or Matt Sorum coming back, and it's some dude I didn't even hear about. They just put him out today. I can't remember his name.
Matt Sorum will not go back, and
they
will not take Steve Adler if he begged him.
Well, Steven Adler can't do it anymore. Come on, man.
They'll let him come on. They'll let him come on and do a song or two, but that's it.
They have.
To do the drumming for Patience.
Matt Sorum, Matt Sorum won't be back.
No.
All right. So then we get to the last story of the night. Brian May and Roger Taylor continued to create music, leaving the door open for new Queen material to honor the band's legacy. Any thoughts on that, Harry?
You know what? I'm still amazed and impressed how they do so well selling out arenas still with Adam Lambert. That's pretty fucking amazing, don't you think, man? Without somebody like Freddie Mercury,
it's the songs, dude. It's the songs.
The songs.
I mean, about that. Like I said, I mean, I say this all the time when we mention Queen. I think Queen is more popular now than they were in their heydays. Well,
Well-
they've kind of died off a little bit, but when Bohemian Rhapsody came out, they were in all their every commercial there was a fucking
Wayne's
Queen
World
song in it.
brought them back too.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's amazing how still today the impact Queen has nowadays on pop culture. So they're an enigma, man. It's like they could probably get away with it, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
You know, I put up a thing about
No, with new material.
I put up a thing about bands that stayed with the same members for their whole career, and Al brought up Queen, and I said, well, they did Queen and Paul Rogers. He says, come on, man, that was Queen and Paul Rogers are separate. But who played bass on that album? Was it who's the bass player of Queen?
John Deacon.
John Deacon did not play bass
No.
on Queen and Paul Rogers. So there
That's
you
a
go.
live
Al.
album. That's a live album.
No, it wasn't. They made a studio album.
Oh,
Queen
they
and Paul.
did, didn't they?
Yeah, and it wasn't John Deacon on bass there, Al. So I win.
Yeah,
I just
John
had to get
Deacon.
the-
He after their tribute concert, he pretty much checked out of Queen.
They had a new bassist on that album with the
Well,
Queen
the
part.
thing
So
with me is if they're going to do some kind of tribute, quote unquote, they would have to bring back John Deacon, and
he
I
won't
don't.
do it.
well, John
I-
Deacon's making money sitting at home. He doesn't need to do shit.
I mean,
I don't
he's checked out of popular culture, everything. He's
He's
like a
got his
hermit
quarter
now, they say.
percent, just like Bunny Carlos of Cheap
He
Trick.
won't
He doesn't
even
need to do
he
shit.
says he doesn't even talk to the other guys anymore.
No. So
He's like, you know, his own little private world. you know?
And he was a big part of the songwriting process of Queen's song. He
another
really
one bites the
was.
dust.
Yeah, I mean, you're my best
His
friend.
bass
He wrote
lines
that.
are
You listen to that song, there's hardly any guitar on that song. It's all bass.
his bass lines are
Yeah.
so well known that right up there with Brian May's
Under
guitar.
pressure. Yeah. Everything, man. But what do you think about Queen making a new album, Andy?
Oh well, I've said it many times here. We all know I'm not a Queen fan. Oh,
Tim?
A new album, like I said, they'd have to bring back John Deacon to make it a true tribute album to me, and that ain't gonna happen.
All right. So let's get to what we're doing tonight, Jerry.
We are doing our top 11 albums that were not as good, not very good albums, the last albums from bands.
The top 11
Yeah,
albums, final albums that sucked.
What he said. Yes. He was being more blunt. I was saying this weren't up to par.
I know. Just say it sucked.
pretty much they fucking blew.
Blue
But,
chunks, yeah.
With that being said, let's get into it. Let's see. How do I got it here? We'll start out with Tim, man. What's your number 11?
All right, my number 11 is from a newer band that when they first came out, I liked, and they put out a couple albums that I really liked, but not this one. And the lead singer for this band and the main dude is not the new lead singer in Static X. And I'm talking about Dope, Blood Money, 2023 release.
I'm not familiar with them.
That sucked.
No.
Garbage.
Oh, Trashio, huh?
No. Compared to life.
Wayne
no,
Static's that guy with that huge hairstyle like Kid and Play.
All right. Andy, what do you got?
well, first of all, I did not rank these because
I didn't either.
it's hard to compare piles of shit and see which pile of shit I like better than the other. So I decided not to rank them. But there is one that I did say for last. That would be the biggest pile of shit. Well, not the biggest. Well, yeah, it is, but the most disappointing one for me. The most disappointing one for me. So I'm going to start off. Oh, fuck. You know what? Oh, yeah. I'm going to start off with Don Henley, Cass County.
Ooh,
No,
that
that's
album
pretty bad.
sucked.
Cass
That was bad. Yeah.
Country.
Yeah.
I really liked From the Inside or that album. I
Inside
know-
Job?
Yeah, Inside
Inside
Job.
Job.
That was a great
That
album.
fucking
Really
tour
good.
sucked.
But dude, Cass Country was just blah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know if
pretty
he was going for that same melancholy, mellow sound, but dude, It was just terrible. It was just a bad album.
I agree.
And I was very disappointed. And it took them like freaking a decade to come out with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cats Down.
All right, Mark.
Mark is going to go with Ario's Speedwagon, Find Your Own Way Home, which was a Walmart exclusive at that time. And I have the CD over here, but guess what? I've only listened to it once. It was like one of the worst albums. It's 2007. They haven't released shit since then. And I think on that tour with Styx, they debuted a new song that they were working on, and that was horrible too. So I'm glad they didn't release anything because
Is that the one with My Love Is a Rock or something like that?
oh, I love that album. I love fucking the dog, the chicken, and whatever. That album's great. That's a liar. You know, love is all right. Love.
I saw them on that tour.
I love that fucking album. I saw them on that tour too at the Creek Theater. But this, I was so excited. They finally coming out with the new albums, and fucking, it was a dud. I'm glad they haven't made new music because that fucking album blew shit.
All right. My pick is, man, when I found that they were making a new album, I was like, fucking A, dude. And then they said it was going to be a double album. I'm like, fucking A, even better. But when I heard it, man, was I disappointed. And talking about the Eagles, Long Road Out of Eden.
Oh,
holy shit.
I like 5 songs.
In all fairness, maybe it sucked because I think it was just out of time, maybe. You know what I mean? That's what it was. It had a couple good songs on it. I mean, what was the Joe Walsh song on it?
I don't remember.
Last Good Time in Town or something like that. That was okay, but man, it's like 20 songs. It's like 30 songs. No, it's like 20 songs, but it's like 90 minutes long. And man, it was just nothing really. I've not listened to it since like the first 2 weeks that I got it when it came out, like 2006, something like that. Just like I said, it just may have been out of time or something. I don't know, but there's nothing really good about it. You know what I mean? I mean, you guys agree with me on that one?
Oh yeah. That was bad.
I'm an Eagles fan to start with, so.
Oh man, I mean, they're one of the in the 70s. They were one of the best bands ever. But I just think they were out of time on this album. Maybe that's why it sucked.
And then he made Cass County.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they're just out of time. When Don Henley's that last Don Henley album sucked. But that's my number 11. So what do you got for number 10, Tim?
Oh, my number 10 is a band I overall love. I think they put out some great material. This one, number 10 from Seattle, Washington, Soundgarden, King Animal.
Ooh, I like that album.
I like that album.
Good album.
Ooh, I love that album.
Like I said, I'm pissing people off.
That's a good album.
Oh, I love that fucking album.
By the way, these albums that I have listed, as far as I know, they're the last albums from these bands.
That is their last album, but I fucking love it.
If a band put out an album and it went cardboard, that's not,
Cardboard.
That's not
Cardboard.
I love King Animal, but that's your opinion, man. That's fine.
No, but the thing is that when King Animal came out, they were out of touch with what was going on. Not that many people paid attention to it. It made some noise, but not for long. But dude, it was so good.
not compared to like Bad album or any of their classics, quote unquote.
Right.
Suck.
Dude, that was fucking a burner album. It's fucking hard and heavy. I fucking loved it.
And they really didn't make that many albums if you think about it. I think they did like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think 6.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. For such an iconic band, it doesn't sound like it's that much.
Yeah. All right. So, Andy, what do you got?
All right. I'm not going to count Still Hungry because that was stupid.
Well, you shouldn't count that album. That wasn't a really last album.
Yeah. But Twisted Sister Love is for Suckers.
That album sucked.
That might be higher on my list.
Was just as stupid. I mean, it was just, and at that time I had checked out Twisted Sister. I mean, checked out a long time.
Excuse me.
But still, they were a big band in the 80s, and they made some noise in that heavy metal, hard rock kind of movement at that time. So, they had some clout, but man, after Stay Hungry, man, they sure did jump off the ledge. They really did. Especially when I checked out is when they made that god awful cover of Leader of the Pack.
Come out
Oh,
and play.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking Bushy,
Oh, that was awful.
Bushy loves
God,
that
man.
album. He sent me the digital
Oh,
files of that, and I listened to it. This
Jesus.
still sucks, dude.
No,
Man,
dude.
that was. And D. Snyder admits that was absolutely fucking
D.
garbage. He did not
Schneider
look good.
is so into himself. This is why they redid Stay Hungry, uh, because they fucking didn't think Tom
Leader of
Weirman
the.
got their
Oh, God,
sound.
that was fucking god awful,
Yeah.
man.
I actually believe Snyder's band Widowmaker was a better band than Twisted Sister. So what do I
I don't
know?
know about that, but
We talked about that. But Jerry, did you see that he's playing Thursday night at Rocklahoma?
oh, is he?
Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool.
He
but I
does put
don't
on a
know.
good show, though.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly what that Thursday night is. I don't know if it's part of the ticket or an extended.
Yeah, it's like if you got to pay for it, it's weird. It's like what do you call that? Not an opening night, but like a
Like a
I don't
party
know.
night.
Pre-party.
Yeah, like a party night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't
And
know.
it's D. Snyder and Trickster
Ooh, I
Yeah.
like Trickster.
and somebody else. They've got a surprise
Yeah.
as well. I don't know, but I want to go see it because I've never seen D. Snyder. I think he'd be fun to.
Yeah, I won't be in until probably Friday morning, so I won't
Okay.
be able to be up there.
Yeah, I'll be there Thursday night because I'm leaving Thursday morning.
Well, you're close. You're going from Texas to Oklahoma, so that's not fun.
Yeah, but that's all. But Jerry and I's trip is only 30-minute difference.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because this is northern Oklahoma, so I got to drive through Texas and through Oklahoma.
Texas, I remember driving through Texas. That was a fucking 2-day drive. Like fucking A. That's a big state.
Oh, I'm flying into the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, forever you're not driving?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so you want me to pick you up from the airport?
Oh, yeah, okay. I wasn't going to bug you with that. It did cross my mind if I could ask you, but since you volunteered, then yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll pick you up Friday.
All
I
right.
remember when Jerry picked me up from Nashville.
Don't remind me.
That was funny. All right, where are we at, Jerry?
We're on you, dude.
We're on me. I don't
Wait,
want to
no.
be. I don't want you guys. You're on
Andy,
you.
Andy didn't go, did you?
Yeah. I said
It's your turn, Jerry.
That's right. No, it's your turn, Mark.
Your
It
turn,
is?
Mark.
Oh shit.
Your
Where
turn.
am I at? All right, I'm gonna go with Led Zeppelin Coda. So I guess I'm off the show now. Later, guys.
Bye.
Stand in the corner, young man.
I'm gonna have to put the don'ts at leave. I guess I'll just turn the
I get
video
it.
off.
No, in all seriousness, I get it. Don't worry, I get it.
I like In Through the Outdoor. I except for Hot Dog, but the thing is the expanded version of Coda is a lot better than the original version.
Yeah.
With a lot of live stuff
yeah.
and demos
Oh, yeah.
and traveling
Hey, what can
Riverside
I do
Blues.
on it?
Yeah, it's really it made it a lot better. But yeah, Coda is not an album I really go back to except for the expanded edition.
I love Wearing and Tearing, man.
Well, I love Wearing and Tearing, but it's not a complete album.
Ozone Baby School.
That's like another good song. You're picking out you're cherry picking there, dude. But basically that's a horrible album.
But I get it. I get it, dude. I get it. I mean, I have an unapologetic nut swinger of Led Zeppelin. So,
oh, I love Led Zeppelin. Like this new Black Crowes and Jimmy Page album rules.
Yeah, I could have sat and watched 12 hours of that documentary in the movie theater. And I was like this.
Oh, me
time.
too, dude.
Wow,
I want that on Blu-ray.
I hope they do a part 2. That'd be awesome.
I need to get The Song Remains the Same on 4K if they have it.
Great fucking awesome.
It's on TV right now, Jerry.
Yeah, I own it, but
yeah, I know,
man.
but still.
Be easy just to turn it and just bother putting it in the Blu-ray player. Yeah, I get it. So
yeah,
but what a great fucking concert. All right, but that's a shitty pick, Mark. But
I know I'm gonna go sit in the corner. Where's my dunce at?
All right. Okay. I like this guy's first album, and the rest of his fucking discography has been total shit. But he saved his worst dump for last. Now, before you laugh at me, I love Peter Criss's 78 solo album. I love
God.
it. But after that, his fucking Out of Control, Let Me Rock You, Cat One, and One for All. His last one was One for All. What a fucking shitty album that was. There's just nothing redeemable, nothing listenable about it. It's like, why bother with this, dude? I mean, it's just total crap. Have you guys ever heard it? Probably not, because he probably never knew it was out, first of all, which a lot of people didn't. But
I've seen the album cover.
half in makeup, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he got I think Gene Simmons put a cease and assist on that, or made him some royalties or something. But man, what a fucking garbage album, dude. And I admit, I think his 78 album is the second best one. I do. The reason I say that is it's because that was Peter Criss's upbringing and his influences coming out. That's why I liked it.
But it was a Kiss solo album. Come on.
Doesn't matter.
Why even put Kiss on the name if you're gonna
You think that Gene Simmons' album is better than Peter Criss's?
I like Paul Stanley and Ace Frehley. I don't like the other two at all.
Paul Stanley and Aces were more like Kiss, yeah, but I don't know. Paul Stanley's was really overproduced, in my opinion, dude.
I'm really tired of people saying that Peter was the best singer in Kiss. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, well, let me remind you who the best singer in Kiss.
Paul Stanley.
Absolutely.
You guys are on crap.
I love that type of voice.
I think you guys just say that to be fucking. What is that called? You're saying that to be trendy. I haven't used that in a while.
You know what? My two middle fingers are trendy.
You're being trendy.
I've always thought that way, dude.
Well, then why don't you listen to more fucking Rod Stewart then?
I do.
You listen to the Faces?
I just don't like the fucking standard shit that he does. I don't like.
Well, nobody likes that shit.
Oh, dude, those are terrible. But
except blue-haired old ladies.
Hey man, it's making them a lot of money though.
But dude, back in the days with songs like Hot Legs and shit like that, dude, fucking
I love you, honey. Yeah, that is great.
Dude, what a fucking jammer that song is, man.
Peter Criss could not sing that song, by the way.
Huh?
I think he could.
No, he couldn't do those highs.
Who's that knocking at my door? Absolutely he could.
Could he do Obsession? I don't think he'd do Obsession. I don't guess on Obsession.
You know what? I got a double live album here by Rod Stewart. I think I want to spin that tonight.
If you want my body.
That is the worst song he's ever done in my life.
That's
Forever Young is horrible.
It was. I like Forever Young.
You know, Forever Young could be a Peter Criss song. He could do that. Peter Criss should have did a cover of that song.
Yeah. It's not that any of his albums were really spectacular after his debut album, but man, talking about a total
the best thing Rod Stewart ever did was the Faces.
Well, I don't know about that, but
dude,
Gasoline Alley I thought was pretty good.
Gasoline Alley, every picture tells a story, don't it? That's some good rock, man.
I'm never a dull moment.
Yeah,
he really has.
He's like Elton John when he got in the '80s. He got adult contemporary.
That was bad.
In the 80s, he had some good hits. Now complete albums like the 70s, no, but he did have some pretty good hits in the 80s that I did like.
That fucking song from League of Eagles, Love Touch. It's your love touch, fucking
your hearts be free.
Remember that song, Love Touch?
Young Turks.
That was so fucking shit. That was so shitty.
What was that song that said that? I don't want you to come here no more. I beg you for mercy.
Oh yeah.
You don't know how strong my weakness is, or how much it hurts me.
Or his version of Downtown Train.
That was good.
I love that
version. Patty Smyth's version better.
That's actually a who's the guy that sings that originally?
Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Well, Tom Waits' version sucks.
It was really depressing.
Yeah.
I'll say it tonight.
Yeah, it was really slow.
Patty Smyth did the best version of Downtown Train. Just saying.
But he really has a good. I know that you don't like this, Mark, but he really did have a good unplugged album.
Yeah,
it was good. Yes.
Yeah,
it had Ron Wood, right?
Yeah,
guitar player.
Well, because he was in the Faces. Him and Ron Wood were on fire in that band. I'm just saying that him and the Rod Stewart.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Rod Stewart to 79 and the Faces were fucking great shit.
You know, because Ron Wood was with even Rod Stewart went solo. Ron Wood was there.
Yeah,
Ron Wood was no longer there because he went to go join the Stones.
I even liked Jeff Beck and Rod Stewart singing "People Get Ready." That was a great song. I like that.
Yeah.
That was a good song.
And in fact, on that Unplugged, they do that song in the end.
I
People
should
get
probably check that out. I do like a lot of Rod Stewart. I just don't like him and Elton John went on the same career trajectory. It's like, what
no.
happened to you guys?
That unplugged. He does Maggie May unplugged. He does Hot Legs unplugged.
I love Maggie May.
Hand glads. I mean,
Handbags,
glad
handbags,
rags.
bad rags. Yep.
Yeah, it's a good
Did he
song.
do Every Picture Tells a Story? I love that fucking
Yes,
song.
it does.
Oh, I love that fucking
And
song.
Shorty cut across Shorty.
Cut across Shorty.
We need to do a fucking like a good Rod Stewart album review on Freeform. We haven't talked about that, dude. So where are we at, Jerry?
We're on Tim's number 9.
My number 9 is from a band that I grew up with. I fucking love their first 2 albums. What the fuck happened to them? I honestly do not know. God, I hate saying this because I love this band, but Boston, Life, Love, and Hope.
Jerry
2000.
likes that album. Don't you, Jerry?
I do.
You liked it.
I do.
Yeah, I knew you said you liked that album. I remember. Why,
Heaven on earth, it never came to me.
It's kind
What
of
was the album?
Huh?
What was Tim's choice?
Life, Love, and Hope from Boston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't like Corporate America. I didn't like that album.
I love Corporate America,
course you
dude. I
do.
love that fucking album, dude.
That fucking album sucks. It's like an
Brad
AI.
Delp's Brad Delp only has 3 songs on Life, Love, and Hope, but I fucking love the new guy.
But
He's got like 4 or 5
RTZ
singers.
was horrible too. We did a
Oh, that album rules, dude.
that album sucked. Me and Tim said it
Yeah.
sucked. You're outruled on that.
You guys are smoking fucking pot too.
Well, I wish I was.
Brad
stopped
Delp
smoking
is
pot.
the best rock singer ever, hands down.
Yeah. All right, where are we at?
We're on Andy's number 9.
My number 9, this great band, legendary band, one of the greatest American bands of all time, decide to make their longest album, their last one, and their worst album,
I know
Van
what this is.
Halen 3. Ugh.
It's not their last though.
It wasn't their last
Oh,
album.
you know what? You're right.
It was a different kind of truth.
That's going to show up on
Put
mine.
Van Halen on there.
My
I
bad.
don't mind different kind of truth. I thought that was all right.
I did too.
No, you are right, Tim. Oh my God,
Well, you could do it with a semi-classic lineup because Michael Anthony was still on there.
No. Okay, let's go. I have more than 11. Let's go with Wings, Back to the Egg.
I was never a Wings fan, so I couldn't really tell you.
That was not good. That was pretty bad.
It was kind of boring.
And their side 2, I was excited for side 2. Because when you read the liner notes, it's got David Gilmour, it's got John Bonham, it's got Townsend, Jack Bruce. It's got all these stars on there. And when you listen to it, it's so undistinguishable. You don't even know who's who or who's playing what. It's like just you don't know. It's just it just sounds like Wings. But man, they're boasting all these names on the album cover. And we all know that the Beatles are my favorite band of all time.
Yep.
But when they went solo, they were missing each other. They really were.
Paul McCartney made a lot of great solo albums, though.
He made some great hits.
Yeah, Paul McCartney made some great songs.
Yes,
more than the other guys.
But albums, no.
I like a lot of Paul McCartney albums.
But Back to the Egg was the last Wings album, and it was just blah. I got it on vinyl, but it's bad.
All
but
right.
that's my take.
Venus and Mars is a great one, though.
All right, Mark, what you got?
I got one of the greatest singers of all time. His last 2 albums were like, until he went back to like Heaven and Hell, Black Sabbath. Dio, Master of the Moon. Horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but I wouldn't call it horrible.
It's horrible for his standards. The last 2 albums he did, Magica, and this album are fucking bad.
Yeah, Magica was pretty big. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, these were fucking. He was going through the motions. Luckily, he got back with Tony Iommi and did fucking that Heaven and Hell
Yeah.
album fucking ruled. But this album fucking sucked. I was disappointed in those last two albums. It's like, oh fuck yeah, Dio, yeah, yeah, yeah. Couple, it's not horrible all the way through, but that spoken word on Magica was like, fucking, what the fuck is this
Yeah.
shit? But fucking Master of the Moon, nah. Yeah, it's not good.
All right, mine is going to be one of my favorite thrash bands of all time. But when I heard this album, holy shit, it sucked. How about Slayer's Repentless, man? Holy crap, what a bad album that was.
They're a
Not
horrible
even
band.
Gary. I mean, they didn't have Hammond, they didn't have Lombardo, and they missed them obviously because it was just terrible. I know you guys are not big Slayer fans, but man, it was. If you're at like an '80s or '90s Slayer guy and you hear this and you're like, wow, it's time for them to go. Talk about going through the motions. I think they were on this album.
There's a lot of Slayer albums that people hate in the 90s and 80s, though.
No, not me. I kind
Death
of
Skin Mask and stuff
I
like
like
that.
Death Skin Mask.
A lot of people
Horrible
hate
album
that album.
cover, but it was pretty cool. But yeah, I just didn't get this album, man. I tried to really get into it. Again, I think it's out of time as well. Maybe back. Well, I don't think I'd even like that. It's just different sounding. I don't know. You can tell they missed Hanneman and Lombardo on this album. I'm a huge Gary Holt fan, but he just couldn't, make up for Jeff Hanneman and Slayer. So it was a dud. It's a no for me, dog, on that album.
That's a no for me, dog.
Randy Jackson.
Yeah.
It's a no for me, dog. All right, that's number 8, Tim. What do you got?
All right, my number 8 is from a band that I fucking can't stand from the start. So I just had to look up their last album and
He just wanted to talk shit.
REM.
Oh, I like the last one.
Now, 2011.
I disagree with you.
I cannot stand Stipe's vocals. They are fucking putrid as far as I'm
But you
concerned.
just hate that band. You should have. That doesn't make sense to me.
They don't do a thing for me. Stand in the place where you were.
Okay, dude. Okay. But the last 3 albums, they went back to the
Worst
IRS
opening
sound.
line to a song I ever heard in my life.
It wasn't Shiny Happy People?
Huh?
It wasn't Shiny Happy People?
That was another terrible tune.
I love that song.
I like that song too. I
love
love
Kate Pearson. I love REM. But the thing is, coming from REM fans, me and you, Andy, the last 3 albums, they went back to the basics.
Yeah.
They went out. They said they wanted to go back to the IRS sound, and I love those 3 albums. Yeah. Collapsing to Now and that one. Fucking love them all.
Yeah. They really did go out with a bang, and they really did finish their career the way that they should have.
Yeah.
To me.
You could go to the moon. I believe in the man on the moon. I think that's you, Tim. Not Andy Kaufman. That's you.
That's okay. According to Foreigner, I got a girl on the moon too, so I'm happy.
That's a great song for Foreigner 4. Deep Track. Good one. Where are we at, Jerry?
We're on Andy.
I am going to go with Phil Collins, Going Back.
Oh, that's a great horrible album.
Great horrible album.
Great artist, bad album.
When he tried to do Motown, and it was just blah.
He did good Motown early in his career though with Can't Hurry Love. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, and great. But this time he just had no pizzazz. He had no gusto. It was just a reading pretty much. Because I thought it was going to be good because, like you said, he did. Can't Hurry Love is a fantastic track, and on his solo albums like Hello, I Must Be Going. We were just talking about that. He made some pretty good R&B songs on there. Like soul flavored. So him doing Motown was not that big of a shock. It was not that big of a departure for his solo stuff, but it was bad. Especially for
he even took a Genesis song and made it R&B. It's written in a book. He put horns on it and shit on a solo album. That's freaking pretty cool too.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my pick. Is Phil Collins, Going Back.
All right, Mark, you're up.
Mark is up. I liked this album when it first came out, but after several listens to after it came out, Yeah, it's lacking a great drummer in Bill Ward. Black Sabbath 13. It's heartless, soulless, and blah. I can't, there's no groove to it. It just sucks.
I love 13.
I don't like 13 at all. I used
All
to.
right. All right, my pick is, this is kind of a weird, because it is technically their last album, but it was just a bunch of mumbo jumbo nonsense from Jim Morrison. But An American Prayer, dude, what a bunch of crap that
That's not their
was,
last album.
You sure it's not?
Yep, not. I got their last album on here.
It's their last studio album, I thought.
Nope.
Hold on here. I gotta look at that. I made sure that all these said that was their last studio albums.
Nope.
Hold on.
That was just a bunch of poems.
That was just a bunch of...
Yeah, American Prayer is the 9th and final studio
It's
album
called
by the
Full
American rock
Circle.
band The Doors.
Full Circle, yeah.
Full Circle.
American Prayer came out in 1978.
Full Circle's their last album, studio album that they made. Like original songs.
Well, this is just like
Zurich.
This is considered
Ray
their last.
Ray Manzarek was
Full
singing
Circle
on Full
came out in
Circle.
72. American Prayer came out in 78.
But American Prayer was just a rehash.
It's still considered their 9th and final studio album.
I looked this up too. Full Circle.
I'm looking at it right here.
But that songs, the lyrics in those poems they were already Door songs.
9th and final studio
it's
album.
Not. It's Full
That's what
Circle.
It's saying.
It's Full Circle.
Doesn't matter.
But if
Full Circle sucked too.
Yeah, that's
equal.
I would give you that one too.
Okay, I'll give you. Okay, what to say Full Circle that I thought make you happy, but
because Jim Morrison was dead when this is new stuff they did without him. Yeah,
no shit.
All right.
But on a side note, this album that I found over the weekend, this solo album by Ray Manzarek, freaking awesome, dude. Kicks ass. Love it. No, but if Wiki says that that's their last studio album, that's the last studio album by
Wiki. We go by Wiki. Okay, I went by magazines.
Wiki is correct 90% of the time because everybody you have the chance.
You go by now, Mark. There is no magazine.
Well, they have online magazines.
Oh, jeez. Wikipedia is just as good. But either way, that one and Full Circle, they're both terrible.
Yeah, they both suck, so it isn't like there's a big difference. If you want to use Full Circle, okay, I'll use Full Circle. Well, this one had more Jim Morrison in it, at least, but yeah, okay. Anyway, fuck you, Mark. Tim, it's your turn, number 7.
Well, you're kind of right about American Prayer, but that was like Coda, maybe.
My number 7, and this, again, I'm going to piss some people off on this panel right with this one, but that's just my opinion. I've hated this band right from the start again, and somehow they got popular. Don't ask me how. Striper, When We Were Kings.
Ooh, I like that album.
Why? I don't understand why you're picking bands that you don't like to shit on, and you should be picking bands that you like that made a bad album.
Because sometimes it just happens to work out that way, that it's both.
Well, you're wrong, Tim. That album rules. Sorry, I love Striper. And you're not pissing me off. You're just perplexing me how you're picking bands that you hate just to shit on them.
I did. Just like I said, I hated the band, and what's the last album? Okay.
But the thing is, we're picking bands that we love that released a bad album.
But that wasn't part of the title, though.
And I have done that. And I will continue to do that. Trust me.
Oh, that's fine. Do what you want. I don't give a shit.
I'm really looking forward to his 11 picks for the other thing. Anyway, Andy, what do you got?
I got this band only made 2 albums. The first one was great. Second one was just drug induced, and I hate to say that because they came together because there were survivors of drug use. There was the survivors of it, and then it seemed that the lead singer might have slipped back into it. And I am going to go with Velvet Revolver's Libertad.
Oh, I like that album.
I didn't like it at all.
Oh, I didn't like that album.
I agree. I agree with Andy. I didn't like it
I
either.
love that album. Do it for
Because
I only like Contraband. That was the only one I liked.
Oh,
Contraband.
I love Libertad more than Contraband.
No, but after Contraband, you're like, oh my god, what are they going to do for their second album? Because the
Right.
first one is so good.
I
And then
love
when that came
Libertad.
out, you're like, ugh.
I play that album way more than Contraband.
Yeah, I was excited when that came out, but I heard it. I was very
Yeah.
disappointed.
I was like, there's no way.
I'll send you a copy of it if you don't have it.
I even forgot about that band, to be
I
perfect.
love that fucking album.
Oh, dude, it was so bad. It wasn't even a cohesive album.
I
But
liked it. It had a lot of rockers. Slash going to fuck off on that album. I love it.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I listen to Libertad more than Contraband. That's all I can tell you. I like the songs better.
Wow, I would
Individually, the songs are great. Maybe the album wasn't cohesive, but the songs are good. Individually, for me.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
We're all different.
Yep.
We're all right, and some people are wrong.
Well, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I love it.
Oh no, I'm saying you're wrong.
Well, that's fine. Well, Tim is wrong on Striper, so there you go. And Tim is wrong on REM too, so there you go.
Well, Harry Balzer is never wrong.
Harry Balzer.
All right, Mark, go ahead, man.
All right. I saw this tour. I was so excited to see this band. I love the first single off this album, and then the whole album was fucking boring. The concert was boring. First concert I fell asleep in my life. Dire Straits on Every Street. That album fucking blew, except for Calling Elvis. Every other song on there fucking sucked. And I saw them at the Forum, and I was like,
I didn't even like Calling Elvis, so
oh, I liked it.
I don't even like Dire Straits.
I loved
I think Mark Knopfler is a fantastic guitar player. I was never a big fan of the band though.
But I love Dire Straits. I love fucking Sultan Swing. I love all their shit. Making movies. I love that stuff.
Here
man.
comes Johnny singing oldies goldies.
Twisting by the pool. I like all that shit.
Damn.
But fucking that album blew. You could tell this band was breaking up on this album. It was a dud. I hated it.
All right. Speaking of total fucking shit turds, shit turds. That's basically a what do you call that? A double negative, I guess. Not a double negative.
You're
but,
a double negative.
Yeah, your mama is.
That's mean.
But I didn't expect much from it when they announced they're coming out with the new album. But Yes's Mirror to the Sky fucking sucked.
But aren't they going to make a new album?
I don't think so.
Wait,
Okay,
who?
they're done making albums.
Yes, Mirror to the Sky.
I haven't liked anything since John Anderson left.
I'm sorry, but Yes died when Chris Squire died. I'm sorry, it really did.
Well, Yes died when fucking John Anderson left the band too. At the
No,
Ladder,
not really.
The Ladder was the last great album by them.
And that wasn't great. It was all right.
I mean, it was just. I mean, he was the bass player, Billy Sherwood, right?
Yeah,
On that album.
he sang on it. Shit, yeah.
Yeah, but that last album by Yes, if it's going to be their last one, it should be. I mean, they should.
Oh, okay. I thought this was their last album, but also, I kind of hope it was their last album. I really do.
It should be
But,
after that one. Yeah.
It was total shit. I mean, oh my god! I know there's diehard prog Yes fans out there that are gonna give me shit when they hear this, but man, it was garbage, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh well, you know how much I love Yes, so but I agree with that. That's just a bad album.
Yep. All right, so we're number 6, I guess. Yeah, 6, Tim.
my number 6. When their debut album came out, I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. Their second album came out, and it was like a half a step down from their debut as far as I was concerned. And then this thing came out, and it's like, what the fuck happened? And the wheels came off. I'm talking about the band XYZ, Letters to God, 2003.
Hey man, we're just commenting on the singer from that band actually today.
Yeah, he sucks in Great White.
Yeah.
He really sucked in that band. But I like
I
XYZ.
met him last night.
I love their debut. I love their debut.
Hey, TNT's coming out with a new album.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
Actually, they weren't bad.
They weren't bad.
No,
weren't great.
Zebra's coming out with a new album. I mean, Zebra.
Are they really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Zebra's coming out with a new album.
I love
Okay.
Zebra now.
Oh,
Speaking of
Zebra.
the other Randy Jackson, he's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
And it's I think it's a producer from Aerosmith, the good producer.
Oh,
Producing
really?
him. Yeah.
Douglas?
Yeah, Douglas is going to produce them, I
Well,
think.
that'd be pretty good then, probably.
He produced their first album. Didn't Jack Douglas produce their
Yes.
first album? Yeah, he's producing.
I know. I got their debut album. It's
So
so
do I.
good.
He's producing their new album, yeah. So hopefully, my number one album that he kind of produced, it doesn't sound like that one.
All right.
Where we at, Jerry? What are you watching? Hockey?
No, I'm watching my work stuff. I got the inventory and shit I got to do. I'm on Andy, actually.
All right. I am going to go with Grand Funk Railroad. I love Grand Funk Railroad, but they made a terrible last album, and it was What's Funk from 1983. What's Funk by Grand Funk Railroad. It was just a bad
I
album.
know. Yeah, I'm a hits guy with them. I'm not really a deep diver into them, but
Yeah,
I hear
Did they still have the original lineup on that?
Oh, Mark
that
Farnar's
one,
gone.
They did not have Mel on that one.
Is it Mark Farnar? He's gone. He's doing his own Mark Farnar's Grand Funk.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But Mark Farnar was still on this album. So
Oh, he was?
Don,
Oh, that really sucks then.
so was Don Brewer.
Ooh.
But
Don Brewer screwed Mark. Just
yeah.
all right, Mark.
Welcome to the music business.
Yeah.
My turn.
All right, Mark. Yep.
I like a couple songs off this album, but it's not Genesis without Phil Collins or Peter Gabriel. Calling All Stations.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I don't know that. Who was on it?
Some dude.
Some dude.
I don't remember his
We
name.
got Mike Rutherford, Tony Banks, and some dude.
Some dude who's saying, yeah. I like Congo and one other song off that album. About it.
Well, I didn't know that. That probably did suck. You mentioned.
Oh yeah, I have the CD. I bought it when it came out.
Did you really?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know Phil wasn't in the band anymore.
Oh, you didn't know. Okay.
No, I didn't know. Yeah.
Why would he be?
Yeah.
All right. My pick is I thought this was a decent album until I played it doing the research on this. And holy shit, does it suck. It blows. And it is our last album, unfortunately, because it's one of the best rock bands ever. Talk about Aerosmith, music from another dimension. Holy shit, did that suck. I thought I liked some of the songs on that album, but I listened to it. Oh, God.
There's one good track, and that's Street Jesus. Other than that,
I mean, I forgot that there's a Carrie Underwood song on there. It's just,
You weren't on our Aerosmith discography, were you?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
might
just
find that higher up on my list.
Oh, me too. It's coming.
Yeah, it's like I said, these aren't in any order, but it's probably would definitely be a contender for number one. I like Just Push Play. I did listen to that too. I still like that album. So
what?
And Nine Lives I still like. So
I like Nine Lives. I think there was the last good Aerosmith album to me.
But this one here was a total. It's a shame this is their last album. It really is. So that's my pick. Number 5, Tim.
Number 5 to me is a band I grew up on. Loved them. Love them. But by this time, the wheels had pretty much fallen off. And I'm talking about Creedence Clearwater Revival, Mardi Gras.
I almost picked that one.
Didn't they do a Creedence Clearwater Revisited album?
Yeah.
They did that with
But that wasn't John. But the thing, you know why that album is so bad? Because the band member said, "Hey, let us write, John." And John goes, "Okay, go ahead and write."
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
John let them fucking dig their own grave.
Because John didn't care.
Yep.
He didn't even help them.
No, I think John wrote 2 songs on there.
Yeah.
His brother was in that band and he didn't care. So
Tom Fogerty's last word to his brother was "fuck you." That's that's fucked up, man, ain't it? You can't even make fucking nice on your deathbed.
Well, his brother
man.
fucking screwed him.
Yeah, he did.
But they were
everybody screwed him.
But
according to everybody else, Fogerty screwed him. So,
But they were so fucking ungrateful to John Fogerty because John Fogerty was everything to that band. He didn't even have to name it Creedence Clearwater Revival. It could have just been called John Fogerty.
Yeah.
Right.
that
He
sometimes
didn't have to put them on the album covers.
that sometimes happens when a member of a band takes over when the band doesn't want them to take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when they don't have the talent to be a band, and he's the one that fills out the rest of it.
That's when egos get into play and all that other
Hey,
bull.
John said, "Go ahead and write this album." It's cool.
Yeah, because
They were bitching. Hey, let us write some songs. Okay, go ahead.
But the good song on there is by him. I think "Sweet Hitchhiker's" on there.
Sweet Hitchhiker's the only one on the 20 greatest hits, right?
Yeah.
Sammy did a cover of that.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yay.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Who are we on? Andy? Oh wait, no, we're on. Yeah, Andy.
Yeah, me. But I did have that album on my list. But I'm going to go with the Animals,
Oh,
band,
that's a horrible one.
an album that they made in the early '80s called Arc. Blah.
They made it that far.
Yeah. Oh well,
Wow.
no. They broke up. They weren't doing anything throughout the '70s, and they got together and they made another album in the early '80s.
Yep.
And
I hate that song, "House of the Rising Sun."
I
fucking hate that song so much with a passion.
I like the Animals though. I like everything by the Animals.
Oh, I love the old Animal stuff. It's great shit.
I cannot. Everybody says that's a great song. I'm like, boy, that song sucks.
You don't like House of the Rising Sun?
No, I hate that fucking song.
What about the other songs, man? They had a lot of great.
I think that's pretty much the only one I know from them, to be honest.
Oh, you need to go. I'll send you some good ones, dude. There's some good ones.
There was a house. I mean,
well, there's better songs by them, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of blues stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's a song. You know, even Bob Dylan did that on his first album, House of the Rising Sun, on acoustic.
All right, maybe I'm pulling the plug on them too soon. Maybe then.
That's just a but man, the Animals are a good rock and R&B band.
Oh fuck yeah! I played a lot on that metalstation.com.
Yeah,
I got their 2 CD set, greatest hits.
They are so underrated. But Arc was their step at trying to do a new wave kind of album. If you can imagine the Animals trying to
do a new wave.
Hey, Jerry, you never heard "We Gotta Get Out of This Place"?
Oh yeah, I heard that song. That's a good song. Okay,
that's the Animals
too.
Yeah,
we gotta get it. That's a good song. Okay,
yeah, they got a lot of better songs than House of the Rising Sun.
Don't get me.
Didn't not Creedence? Didn't the
Animals?
No, Mark Farner's band.
Grand Funk.
Didn't they cover the Animals with sitting here lonely like a broken man?
I thought you were singing "Dock of the Bay" at first.
Oh, what the fuck is that song? I don't know. They got a live version of it from Grand Funk. It's pretty.
I don't know. They also did that great song. Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. Oh, dude, that's such a good song.
Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. That's a great one too.
And San Francisco, where they go
San
through
Francisco.
all yeah, that's a badass song. That's when they go through all those bands that were in the Monterey Pop Festival, and they change all the tunes according to the band they're talking about. They real quickly change.
Hey, Jerry,
what?
The album before that album you're talking about, Kansas, was 2016, called "The Prelude Implicit." It had a great song. That whole album's great. "The Voyage of the 818." Check out that song.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
I am in love with their fucking last album.
Well, they also had "Dimples," "Boom Boom Boom," "Right Time," "Bury My Body," "I'm Crying." The Story of Bo Diddley is fucking so great by the Animals. If you ever listen to that song, dude.
Yeah.
Great. You should get the complete Animals. It's a 2-disc set. I think you would like that.
I'll listen to it on, Apple
check it
Music
out on
first.
YouTube first, and then
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy it.
I'm gonna send you the story of Bo Diddley. That's a great fucking song.
Actually, I seen that. They had that CD at Walmart. Their greatest
Eric
hits.
Burden's a great fucking singer, man.
Yeah.
Didn't he do Spill the Wine?
Yeah.
Spill the wine, get that girl. You know that song?
He also
he also
I'm
worked
getting-
with the band War.
War. Yeah, that was Spill the Wine, wasn't it? Spill the
yeah, he
Wine.
could spill the wine.
Eric Borden and War. Yeah.
Is that
Good
him?
God, Joe.
Writer? Or no?
Who?
All my friends are no.
That's
no,
War.
Low Rider.
That's
I know,
War.
but is that with Burden or no?
I don't think that was Burden. No, that wasn't Burden.
Right.
All
Okay.
my friends.
No, he did Spill the Wine with War.
Right. Okay.
Right.
You know that song Spill the Wine, Jerry?
Nope.
Spill the Wine. I'll send you that too. It's really
I
good.
probably do.
You do, Jerry.
You know that song. Eric Burden's a great fucking singer.
All right. With that being said, why don't you go ahead, Mark?
All right, we already talked about the Doors Full Circle. That was kind of their last studio album that they made of original songs because American Prayer was they just went there and played behind what Jim Morrison played.
Yeah, a lot of spoken word shit.
Spoken
Yeah.
word. You know, he did that spoken word stuff. So this was the last complete album they did by themselves without Jim, which is
Yeah, it sucked.
it was
sucked.
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, my pick is one of the best bands in their time. Their last album just was so lame, man. I mean, without Christine McVie, they shouldn't have made an album. I'm talking about Fleetwood Mac's "Say You Will." Oh man, that was a terrible album, man.
Well, I like that album.
It had a couple good songs on it, but it wasn't a very good.
They had an EP after that though.
Yeah, this is the studio albums, last albums.
Okay.
But
I love Say You Will.
Oh, I don't, dude. The
I love Say You Will. Well, because Lindsay's like all over that album. That's why I love that album.
Their main song, Peacekeeper, sounds like Kodachrome. You know, it's like the same melody.
I love Peacekeeper. I love Say You Will. I love that.
Say You Will's okay song. Stevie's songs are so underwhelming.
But it's a long album.
It's like 20 songs too. It's got Bleed to Lover on it, which Lindsay did on
all Lindsay songs on
the
there are
dance
amazing.
album.
All
which is
songs.
okay. But other than that, as far as a Fleetwood Mac album, no way it should have been made without Christine. Sorry. They can tour without her, absolutely. But
I disagree on that album. I love that album.
Yeah. But I actually like Fleetwood Mac without Lindsay more than I think I missed him with Christine more than I did with Lindsay because I thought Behind the Mask was a great album without Lindsay.
Ew.
But I thought Rick Vito
they needed
Billy
two
Burnett
guitar players to replace him. And
they still did.
They still did, yeah. So Lindsay's the genius of that band.
I don't know why they didn't bring back Billy and Rick for their reunion. Maybe they wanted star power in the band, maybe.
Because they were pissed off they got fired.
No, they weren't. Billy Burnett still played out behind the stage of rhythms and stuff.
Oh, he did?
When Lindsay came back. But it was just so underwhelming and disappointing from a band that I've always admired from fucking Peter Green days. You know what I mean? I mean, Lindsay wasn't even in the band until their 7th album. I mean, they got so much great shit before they got in the band. So.
Oh well.
Yeah, but they became a Hall of Fame band with Lindsay and
Green
Stevie.
Montelucci, man, what a great fucking song.
But they became a Hall of Fame band with Lindsay.
Absolutely,
and Stevie.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that.
Rumors is one of the albums in Tusk, dude. You can't touch those albums.
Oh, absolutely,
fucking great. I even love the one with Hold Me on it, Mirage. Great album.
I do too. Tango in the Night.
I love Tango in the Night too. Yeah.
But I like Behind the Mask too. I thought it was pretty good. But probably because Behind the Mask it was more Christine, and she's my favorite member.
I'm not a huge Christine fan. That's why I probably like Say You Will better.
Yeah, that could be what it definitely misses her in my opinion. But anyway, enough of that. I do too. Don't get me wrong. Lindsay,
make some
Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac is Lindsay, Stevie, Christine, Mick, and fucking John McVie.
Listen to Lindsay's solo album, Gift of Screws. I love that fucking album.
I do. I love his solo stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he does have some duds, though. I hate that song.
He does. Well, his 80s albums.
I think I'm in trouble. I hate that
I
song.
love that song. I love that song.
That stupid-ass video with their...
But the albums as a whole, like, go insane and stuff. There's, like, a few good songs, and it's just trash,
I think it's a great stuff there, dude. Yeah, but he's hit and miss. He has a good song on his
He's
solo
hit
album
and
and a real
miss. He's
shitty
hit and
song.
miss. But
Yeah.
Gift of Screws and his 90s and up solo albums are fucking amazing.
All right. All right, Tim, what do you got? Number 4, man.
My number 4 comes from a Sunset Strip band. And according to them, they were the Sunset Strip band.
Motley Crue?
Motley Crue, Saints of LA. That's
I
Well,
I like that
that
album.
wasn't terrible.
That album too.
I like that album.
And
I love At the Whiskey. A great song. I love At the Whiskey.
Yeah, that's a good song too.
I love that
And
song.
I mean, compared to the 2 or 3 before that,
Yeah,
but
I agree with that. But
was a good closer.
Saints of Los Angeles was a comeback to
They
form,
haven't got-
even though it was a 6 a.m. album.
Or release.
It was kind of a 6 a.m. album because it was just Nikki Sixx and the guy, the guitar player from 6 a.m., DJ
What's
Ashba.
his name? DJ Shaba or whatever.
DJ Ashba, yeah.
Ashba.
I do like 6 a.m. though.
You see, I don't like 6 a.m.
I like
No.
6 a.m.
All right, is my go?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, stop watching your work. You're home, dude. No work.
Well,
Play.
Hey, dude, he's got to do what he's got to do. I'm going to go with Triumph, Edge of Excess.
Oh, that is a bad album.
ooh, yeah.
That was
Ooh,
Mercy.
yeah.
You know,
I
there was
should have
no
put that.
And Rick Emmett is Triumph.
No Rick Emmett, no Triumph.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love Phil X as a guitar player. He didn't fit in the band.
No. When you listen to Triumph, it had a certain type of personality to it, and that personality was gone.
Well, they knew after that album came out, let's quit. We're done.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was almost immediate, you know. But
He's like,
that's
we're done.
my Triumph.
Yeah.
That was like
I agree with
if
that,
Night Ranger would ended with Feeding Off the Mojo with no Jack Blades. That would have been their worst album. But they did
I
it.
mean,
Luckily, they did it.
Gilmore is a great vocalist. Don't get me wrong.
He is, but
Yeah,
But he's not.
you listen to
vocal.
Triumph for fucking
no, he's
Rick
no
Emmett.
Rick Emmett. Yeah,
No Rick
absolutely.
Emmett.
He's not the vocalist. You know,
No.
like you said the name band Triumph, you immediately think of Rick Emmett.
Rick
He's
Emmett.
He don't get
Fight
much.
the Good Fight, American Girl.
He's under he's noted for his guitar playing, but he's very underrated as a vocalist. Rick
Mhm.
Emmett.
Rick Emmett did those highs, dude. God damn. Ordinary Man, fucking
Yeah.
Hall of Fame song right there. Just saying.
But Gilmore was thought of like Peter Criss and Kiss.
Oh, I love
so-
Gilmore way better than Peter Criss.
You know, he had some good tunes when he sang, but he was no Paul Stanley.
He sounded like Mickey Thomas of Starship to me. His highs, he had that, especially when they did Sport of Kings, it was kind of Starshipy. His
He
vocals.
had a very clear. He had a very clear voice. Really.
Yeah. I love American Girls. That's what I want, American Girls. That was a great song by him. But
And Mike Levine was a great bass player.
but all
too.
my
People-
favorite
It's a great
songs
band, dude.
by Triumph are
They're
all Rick
great
Emmett.
musicians, every one of them. You know, they were in their own right. They were all great musicians.
Yeah.
It's sad I never got to see them live though.
Yeah,
I did
me
see
too.
Rick Emmett live on his first solo album.
I saw the MTV thing they did. That was it. That's the only. I did like their documentary that came out. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I owned that. You bought it too, right?
Yeah, I did. I bought that night you showed it. Remember, I bought
Yeah.
that and something else. I can't remember yet. All right. We're at
Did you get the Y&T documentary? That is amazing.
yeah, we got that yet.
Oh, that's so good.
So Andy,
Maybe you could find it on Tubi, Andy, the Ryan T documentary.
yeah, was your pick Triumph?
Yeah, Triumph.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
Okay. This band is still around, they're still touring, but in recent interviews, they said they're gonna release singles, they're not gonna do a new album again. And the singles they've been releasing have been great. I would like a new album without Phil Collen producing them. Shock by Tesla. I was in total
Oh
shock.
shit, that is their last album, ain't it?
I was in total shock with that fucking album, pardon the pun, that it was so bad. I liked 5 songs in there. Chris Senzak says, you found 5 songs in there? You're like, yes, I did. Out of
They
12.
need to remove the H and L and put a U in there.
Oh, God. It was like, Phil Collen,
fuck
I
that
like
guy.
I
Ruined
like
Def
him in
Leppard,
Def
now he's ruined
Leppard.
Tesla.
Yeah, I thought you meant Phil Collins, the drummer.
No.
I said Colin.
Colin.
Colin. He
Put a
produced
fucking
them.
shirt on, dickhead.
I know, right? You're already like 65. Come on. Do some fucking
It's
break.
like, dude, that album, I heard the first single, I loved it. And then I pre-ordered it. Because Tesla's, I've liked every album by Tesla fully until this one.
Not me. I gave up on them on Bust a Nut.
Oh, Busted, it's a great album. You didn't like
Love that album.
Simplicity or I Wanna Live Before I Die? Forevermore is a great album, dude. Check out
No,
Forevermore. Oh,
no,
I
they
love
lost
that
their
fucking album.
photo.
I love that album when Dave Rude came in. It's fucking pretty cool. But Shock, it sent me into shock. I was like, this band has never let me down. It's the first time they let me down, and it's like they were my number 2 band. They dropped down to number 4 because of that album.
It was bad. I don't, like I said, I don't know how you found 5 songs off it. It's awful.
But
Oh,
I
dude,
mean,
they got a lot of great songs off
the
that.
albums they
You know what?
released
If you like a song, wait, hold on.
awesome.
If you like a song with 5 songs on it, it doesn't suck.
It does suck after. Let me see what song. I'll tell you what songs I liked on it. How about that? Tesla Shock. Let me look it up because I know I don't have it on my phone because I don't listen to it.
There's albums I like that don't have 5 songs that I like on.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Tesla Shock. I was in total shock. Okay, track listing. You Won't Take Me Alive. I like that song. I like Taste Like. I didn't like We Can Rule the Rule. I didn't like
That's a good
Shock.
tune.
I didn't love
Actually,
Love
that
Is
is a good
Fire.
tune.
I hated California Summer Song. I hated Forever Loving You. I
Don't
liked The
know.
Mission. The Mission had some good riffs in it. Tied Ahead, horrible. I Want Everything, Comforts. Wait, I only like 3 songs out of 12. So yeah, it sucks. But
Yeah.
The Mission is a great fucking song. And so is Taste Like. I like Taste Like, and I love California. Fuck. The Mission is the best song off that album. I fucking love that song. But every other song, there was no dual leads on it, dude. Where was the fucking dual leads? It was like fucking sanitary vanilla fucking Tesla. It wasn't fucking Thin Lizzy Tesla. It was like, it's gone. It's like sanitized for your pleasure. And it didn't give me any pleasure. How about that?
Gotcha. Mm. All right, my number 4 is a band that again I'm going to see in a couple weeks. Hearts, Beautiful Broken. What a terrible album that is. I mean, yes, it's mostly got remade stuff from previous albums on, but it does have new songs on it. It is considered their.
I thought Red Velvet Car was the last album.
No, they did Fanatic after
Oh, I love that one.
Red Velvet Car. But yeah, just why do they need to go? Why do bands need to regurgitate some of their old material? Why do they do that?
Fake.
But that
I
might
don't
not
get
be
it.
their last album.
Yeah, it is. I don't think they're doing another studio album. But I mean, and the songs they did were deep tracks still. I get that, but I'm a huge Heart fan and I really like the songs that they redid. They didn't need to do it. Some bands okay, maybe I'm hypocritical. I do like some bands that do. Like I really like Starships. Mickey Thomas's Starship remake he did a couple of years ago. So maybe being a little hypocritical there.
And you
but
like the newer version of We Built This City.
it's more guitar on it and less keyboard in it, if you listen to it. And there's no
So it
great
isn't a
slicking.
shit song. Thank you.
Well, no, it is a shit song, but yeah, just they
less
didn't
of a
need to.
shit song.
Again, this is another band I'm sad that they're going out on this album. I've loved Heart. Matter of fact, we're going to be reviewing an album of them on the 4th, right?
Yep.
Dog and Butterfly, which
And we're
is
bringing in
Great track.
Becky. We're bringing in Becky Roberts. You want to be on that, Tim? You want to be with Becky again?
I'll be on
There you go.
But yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm very disappointed in this if this is their last album. Maybe if they do another album, I don't think they will. I'll like it better. But yeah, very disappointing. But with that being said, let's move on to number 3, Tim.
All right, my number 3 is from a band that in my opinion, they have one of the best debut albums that was ever put out in rock and roll. Period. By far. And they've had good albums since, but their last one, I don't understand how a band gets to this point. I just don't. I'm talking about Fastway, Bad Bad Girls. That was bad.
That wasn't even with Dave King, right? He was
No,
gone.
no.
Yeah.
But that was from the guy from On Target did
Pete
that.
Way wasn't even who what's the guitar player? He wasn't even
I don't even think Fast Eddie
yeah,
Clark was,
Fast Eddie Clark wasn't even on that album. Yeah.
but it was
I hate
bad.
it when people take the name of a band and just go with it. It's like,
They
come
Yeah.
tried, they
on.
tried to be, com popular what was going on at the times with the synth drums and and I don't know, just it didn't work. It did not work at all.
Yeah, Fastway without Dave King is not Fastway. That's what I'm saying. But Flogging Molly sucks.
Holly did
Oh,
tell you the name.
Yeah.
terrible. All right, Andy, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I am going to go with. I like this band. I like them a lot with the great Joe Walsh, and then Joe left, and then in came Tommy Bolin, and they were okay. But man, after Tommy Bolin left, then they went to crap. And I'm talking about their last album by James Gang, Jesse Come Home.
Dude, I
Ugh.
didn't even know about that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know about it. I don't hate that album either.
I didn't know Tommy Bolin was in James Gang, but
yeah, yeah. He was there for thirds, I think.
huh,
I think he was in James Gang before Purple, and that little area where he was where he played with Billy Cobham on
mhm.
that jazz rock fusion album, and then he did James Gang, and then Purple. He moved around a lot.
Billy Cobham, Stratus, great tune.
Stratus, yeah, Stratus album,
All
amazing
right.
album. Yeah, I love that album.
Mhm.
But
All right, Mark.
yeah,
Oh,
James Gang.
sorry.
Well, we already talked about this one. Twisted Sister, Love is for Suckers. That was originally supposed to be like a Dee Snider solo
Solo
album, but
album,
they
yeah.
wanted to name it Twisted Sister, and it sucked.
Leader of that pack. Oh,
That was on
God.
Come Out and Play,
Boom,
dude.
I
boom.
know. You just got that in my head. I can't fucking.
That was Come Out and Play. And Nate said that album is good except for that song. I go, no, it's not.
Talking about my hot love.
Oh, that song sucked.
God. Twisted Sister, I'm just gonna say this. I think Twisted Sister, they made two good albums. They are fucking way overrated.
Oh,
Those
they are
people.
overrated.
They're so
They are.
fucking overrated.
Two good
Oh,
albums in the first two, as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
that's it. That's it. And they're done after that.
Stay
You
Hungry.
can't and you can't kill rock and roll.
They're
That's
a
it.
Same thing with Guns N' Roses. Same thing with Guns N' Roses. They live off
Well,
one
I
album.
like more Guns N' Roses than I like Use Your Illusion, so I'll go there. And I
I like.
like Chinese Democracy, so
I do like Chinese Democracy.
but I
I like
don't like other
Dirty.
thing. But I don't like the new shit they're putting out.
All right, Mark.
I just went.
Oh, my bad. I didn't cross you out there. All right. Well, I guess this isn't going to be their last album because we just talked about them possibly doing more music here in the future. The Queen's Made in Heaven. I get it. It was a lot of posthumous stuff. I get it, but I don't know. It looked like it was just thrown together for sales sake. You know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing really exciting about it. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that Freddie wrote on his own, but
What about Queen and Paul Rogers album?
oh yeah, okay. Let's just say the classic Queen lineup. Okay?
There you go.
Okay, you're right.
That
I
album
didn't
was
think about
horrible
it.
too. So.
I didn't think about that one. Okay, my bad. So that's my
No,
bad.
but that album was horrible too, so you could go either or.
right. But
I thought you said you liked Made in Heaven because I was going off on that album.
no, I like a couple of songs off it. That's it. But I'm a completist when it comes to Queen. I want to get all their
complete as
vinyl,
shit.
but I'm not spending $110 on that vinyl. No fucking way. But I ended up getting flash forwarded, by the way, if anybody did that poll or whatever I had on there. But yeah, it was very underwhelming. I mean, they did Innuendo, they did the Miracle.
Innuendo rules.
Great fucking albums. I was expecting that, and it just wasn't that.
Except for Delilah. Well, Queen Made in Heaven was kind of like Coda for Led Zeppelin. It was outtakes that they put out.
I get that, yeah, but still, it didn't need to be. They should have put an asterisk by it, maybe. I don't know, but it just was very underwhelming to me. But anyway, enough of that. It's number 2. Tim, what do you got?
My number 2 is from a band that, man, oh man, were they fucking hot. And I don't know what happened. I think the lead singer and the lead guitarist were starting to bitch at each other and about each other. And I think that's what happened to the band, but
What band doesn't do that?
that's a good point. I'm talking about Foreigner, Inside Information.
No,
That wasn't
that
a
wasn't their
bad
last
one.
album.
It was with Lou Graham.
No, it wasn't. It was called Mr. Moonlight.
Like I said when I started, as far as I'm
That album must have done really well.
Mr. Moonlight was released by an independent company that went bankrupt, and Mr. Moonlight fucking rules. And I love Inside Information, by the way.
I had one good tune. That's Heart Turned to Stone.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about? I can't wait. I can't wait another moment.
No, thank
Can't
you.
wait another heartbeat. I love that fucking song.
I'm glad you do.
I fucking love Inside Information, but their last album was Mr. Moonlight.
My list.
Mr. Moonlight.
Mr. Moonlight was their last album with Lou Graham. The last Foreigner album.
For what it's
Seriously.
worth, Tim, that Mr. Moonlight sucked too.
And they also released an album with the new singer, a whole original
Yeah,
album.
they did.
Yeah, but
And that sucked as well.
as far as
That one wasn't that good, but Mr.
Lou
Moonlight
Graham
was
left.
rules.
they
I
died.
like Kelly Hansen. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a good
I love
singer.
Hurricane, man.
I love Hurricane band.
I don't know. That just yeah, okay. All right, Andy, what do you got? Number 2.
Is it my go?
Yep, number 2.
Oh,
Don't take a number 2, but take a number
it
2.
was mentioned. I am going to go with Guns N' Roses' Chinese Democracy. It is so overly produced. He's got like 50 different musicians. It sounds like a Wings album to me. It really does.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you very much.
Let's hope that's their last album.
It is, because if they compile all these singles that they've been putting out and make an album out of it, I will change.
You know, all those singles they've been doing is leftovers from Chinese Democracy.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
They need to get in the studio with Duff and Slash and write original songs again. You know,
Bring
with
Izzy
those
back.
two.
It's over.
No, they do not.
No,
Well, I would like to see what they could do. How about that?
Bring Izzy back.
50-year-old guys.
Izzy's done.
About.
He was the main force in their heyday, though. Big songwriter.
It's done. Hey, man, they shouldn't have to do that because they're still touring the world off of Appetite for Destruction.
And fucking Blue in Stadium, so who the fuck do we know?
Come on, man. Come on. People, when are y'all going to stop paying to hear the songs of Appetite?
But why the fuck are people paying for Oasis?
From 1987.
I'll tell you, you know what? I'm happy for Oasis fans, but that surprised the fuck out of me. It really did. I
didn't know that that's such a big following.
Oasis?
I didn't know either.
Yes.
I figured maybe in Britain, England, yeah, but here I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't get. You know why? Because they stopped making albums for a long time, and they're like, and the '90s is coming back pretty soon.
Why were the New Kids on the Block successful? Who the fuck knows?
They are.
New Kids on the Block are playing a residency and fucking.
So that was one of the only things our former co-host got right. I didn't believe him, but he got it right. So
he did get that right, but fuck him.
No, but the chicks with New Kids on the Block, you know, they're gonna go see them every
They
year.
still sell out.
Yeah, man. Well,
because it's the girls who are 45 and up that fucking love them.
Yeah,
it's fucking nostalgia. It's like we go see in Foreigner, we go see these bands because it's nostalgia, you know.
And we don't get hard-ons when we go see these bands. These chicks get.
I would go see Lita Ford.
Lita still puts on a great show. She does.
How much ticket is?
I would go see Berlinda Carlisle.
Are they still together as a band, or they just did that?
The Go-Go's, yeah, they're still together.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Belinda Carlisle looks like she smokes cigars now.
Now she does, yeah.
How's it going?
Hey, I would still
That
go see
miles
the.
a bad
I would
road.
go see Susanna Hoffs twice on Sundays.
I've got the beat, baby.
I, I think the Bangles were the better band.
Okay.
Adam's apple sticking out. Yeah.
Who do you think's better, the Go-Go's or the Bangles?
The Bengals.
Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who's better, Megadeth or Barry Manilow?
Barry Manilow, man.
That was
Who won the shit poll? The rat shit, the cat shit, or the bat shit?
I
wasn't
don't
paying
remember.
attention.
You know, people like me going off the wall. On that
I know, but I was just saying, it's like
no, but one
that's what I
person
think.
actually left the group and unfriended me and said that I went unhinged. I was going, this person has no humor. Yeah, go away. Get out of the group.
I liked those because I was saying, man, how much farther is he going to go?
Oh, I got more.
Okay.
I was picking the one that wasn't supposed to win all the time just to fuck with you.
I got a Screedy Politi poll coming up.
Oh boy.
What?
Yeah,
Screedy
exactly.
Politi. Oh boy.
Who's better, Screedy Politi or Kiss?
Screedy Politi, obviously.
Hey, Bill Rosenberry went off on you for picking what'd you pick? Barry Manilow and Madonna?
Madonna, yeah. No, I picked Barry Manilow over Megadeth. No,
Pantera.
Madonna over Pantera.
Pantera.
Yeah. Then I wrote, I'm sorry, I read it wrong. I thought it was who I would rather do. Pantera or Madonna.
You'd rather do Madonna now? No.
Over Pantera, yeah, I would. If I had a choice.
I was honest there. I did say half and half because I was split in the middle with Pantera and Madonna because I do like both songs.
I do like both of them. I do like Madonna and Pantera. So.
Yeah.
Or where the fuck are we at anyway?
I don't know, Jerry. Is it my turn?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Wait, Andy, what was your number two, Andy? What was your number two?
Oh, mine was Chinese Democracy.
Okay, yeah. It is your turn, Mark.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, The Endless River. It sucks that they went out with that one. I'd rather listen to the Division Bell.
There was a lot of outtakes, though.
Yeah, like Coda. Yeah,
like Coda.
They did it for Rick Wright, which is cool. But there was no vocals on it. There was no Gilmore singing.
They had a great song.
There was a song on there.
One song.
It was the last song on the album. It was a decent song, actually.
I don't know. I don't like Gilmore's last solo.
Louder than words.
I do like Rattle and Lock better than the new solo.
We'll talk to that.
I am in love with his last solo album.
Oh.
I think it's so
It's a hit and miss for me, but there's some good stuff.
I like it.
I like his daughters. I like his
On an
daughter's voice.
On an Island. We did a review on that. That's a great.
On an Island's fucking incredible. Dude.
I don't like his about face.
I do.
Yeah, I know you guys do.
Take a breath. Take a deep breath. Yeah, on an Island rules, dude.
Hey, we need a heavy breather here.
I'm getting kind of a hard on here thinking about that one.
Oh shit!
Now I would get a hard on if I was there to see David Gilmour live. I admit that, but
you should just sell your house.
No, I wouldn't second mortgage myself to see Pink Floyd, but I would. I told my wife if Led Zeppelin ever did a one-off somewhere, second mortgage in the house is coming, baby. Sorry, but where are we at? Oh, my turn?
Yeah, number 2.
All right. This is where I'll get shit from a lot of people. But anybody that says A Different Kind of Truth is a good fucking album, they're full of shit. That album sucks testes, man.
I take offense to that.
I'd rather listen to VH3 than that.
Good tracks on it.
No,
Not a great. I love that whole album.
Was not good. I don't know. It was the hype of David Lee Roth.
Tattoo was horrible, but the rest of the song was great.
Tattoo. I like Tattoo. I like that song.
Tattoo, but
how do you wait? Hold on. And how do you match that equal pile of shit? You do a pile of shit live album. Fucking David Lee Roth cannot fucking sing anymore. Terrible.
That album was terrible. And David Lee Roth did have problems singing, but dude, Eddie Van Halen was amazing.
Oh yeah, Eddie was good during the Sammy years.
Fantastic.
As is, dude was fucking amazing.
Dude. Stay Frosty, Out of Space.
Oh, I love Stay Frosty. I love fucking.
And I was excited.
I love.
I was excited for it. I was fucking Dave's back in the band.
I love that album.
But then I'm like,
it's brick walled to shit though. But I still loved it.
Yeah. Six pack. The 6-pack is it with Van Halen. Sorry.
The 6-pack is better, but that was a good final album for me.
No, it was
that
not.
closed the door for me.
Yeah.
I love that. I listen to A Different Kind of Truth a lot. And I'm not the biggest David Lee Roth fan, by
I
the
need
way.
to write a different kind of song.
I like Sammy way better than David.
I just don't.
Not in Van Halen, no. In Van Halen, it's all
there's
David.
a lot of Dave nerds on our groups and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would lie to myself if I say that I liked A Different Kind of Truth, and I don't like to do that. I thought it was.
I gotta do a David Lee Roth solo or A Different Kind of Truth.
Yeah, go ahead and say, "Oh, Jerry doesn't like this album." Go ahead.
You
and
can say it
that,
yourself, bitch.
I do all the time. I'm not afraid to admit.
Yeah, you're
it's very
fucked up.
disappointing.
I hate Diver Down. I say that all the time.
I love Diver Down.
I love the originals on Diver Down.
Yeah, the originals, great.
Yeah, but too bad there weren't. I mean, there were what?
Big Bad Bill.
The full. Hey, you know what? The Eddie Van Halen hated Diver Down too.
And if,
like
if Diver Down had more originals and the only cover was Where All the Good Times Gone, that would be fine with me. But that ain't.
I love Big Bad Billy Sweet William now. I love that song.
That Pretty Woman cover was pretty. The video was stupid.
The Pretty Woman cover sucks.
I like the Pretty Woman.
I love the beginning with the guitar with the Intruder. Intruder was great, but when it went to the song, no.
So doesn't Dancing in the Street.
Their best cover was
horrible.
Their best cover was You're No Good, in my opinion, man.
Oh,
that's a good cover.
No, I hate
well, I love it better than the girls sing it. I don't like
Linda Ronstadt, dude.
I don't like Linda Ronstadt.
Oh man, I love Linda Ronstadt.
I don't like her.
All right, so not that this is a number one show, but we're doing a number one now.
Yeah.
What do you got, Tim?
My number one is from a band I've loved, grew up with, and they are from my area. Matter of fact, this band was formed 20 minutes from my house. And every member of the band has a house in my area.
That's cool. But you don't want to tell me their album sucks now. They live next to you.
I've met 3 of them personally.
And I know what album you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. You know, and I love them, but man, this album sucked. Aerosmith. Music from Another Dimension.
Oh, garbage. Yeah. I thought I liked some of the stuff on that album. I always say it on our shows in the past. I think I do like it. I listened to it. Holy crap, it's bad.
You should have heard our Freeform Aerosmith discography discussion. You would have known.
Like I said, there's one.
Because I own it. I mean, I bought it.
You bought it?
Yeah.
I bought it. I got it.
On CD.
I think I made fun of you on that one, Andy, that you bought it. I did, yeah.
All right.
But I do have Just Press Play, and you made fun of me for that one.
I like Just Press Play. Just Press Play. Good tune.
And I thought that was the worst album ever.
Yeah, me too.
Last album until they came out with this one.
You're so jaded because I'm the one that jaded you.
I like that song. I like that song.
Yeah, I like that track, but that album
Kind of a rip off of Dancing Days, if you think about it.
Their best last song was Taste of India off 9 Lives. Yeah. Taste of India fucking ruled. I like 9 Lives. That was her That was her last good album with Falling in Love So Hard on the Knees. Pink was horrible. Pink was horrible.
I like Pink.
Dude, that's a bad album too. God, that's a bad album.
I like 9
Pink.
Lives is my favorite.
Can't stand the video, but that's like worse than that fucking Discotheque video, in my opinion. Pink, yeah.
I like this. Discotheque is better live, by the way.
That is a terrible video. It's like they went back to that. They borrowed
like fashion models and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, don't get me sensitive on you too right now, Kiss fan.
Fuck you too.
I remember that that sorry ass video, the Wild Wild West.
Oh,
with the arms and the legs.
That's what Pink reminded me of.
Hey, it's like my favorite color.
Hey, we got a great U2 album coming up on Freeform.
Living in the Wild Wild West. Wild West.
Andy's on that episode.
What date is that, Mark?
Shit, you're gonna make me look this shit up.
Yes.
We'll
'cause
keep going to the next person, Jerry. Why I'm
All right,
looking.
Andy.
April 18th.
Huh?
April 18th.
All right. I know that I said that I wasn't going to rank these, and I haven't been ranking these, but this is number one. A band that I love, but their last 4 albums I could have done without. Aerosmith, Music from Another Dimension.
Damn.
It's bad. It is really that
So
bad.
mine was too high in the or too low in the group then. Huh? Too
Yeah,
low in
you
the
should have
four.
been number one, Jerry.
It's bad because there's a reason that it's that bad because we love them so much.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was going to be brought up because I didn't know if anybody else knew about it.
You are
Hey, we did a review on Freeform with Lee.
you are appalled that they would come out with this.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's why it's number one. And yes, I do have it. And it's a album that it's got you don't even know it's Aerosmith. That's how bad it is. It doesn't even carry any similarities, has no Aerosmith traits, except for Steven Tyler singing who God knows what. It's just a bunch of gobbledygook. And I don't
I
like
agree.
it.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Even that song Street Jesus that everybody talks about is terrible.
Oh, I don't think it's terrible, but that's the only good track on there.
Yeah, that's a
least
track.
Colin
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
the thing is, they should have listened to fucking who's the other guitar player in the band again?
oh
Brad
my God.
Brad
Whitford.
Whitford. Brad Whitford said, "I want to get us all in the studio and let's write songs with all five of us like we used to." And they all disagreed. We want outside writers.
I think every song off that album had an outside writer with them.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
did.
Yeah.
Brad Whitford said, "Let's do it like we did in the '70s. Let's get together and let's make a kick-ass Aerosmith album." And they all outvoted him.
If that band is going to get back together and do another album, which God please don't,
They're not. They're done.
They're done.
but if they were gonna, they would have to get into a room, all five of them, get into a room and listen to Rocks, and listen to Get Your Wings and all the old stuff, and remind themselves, oh, this is how you make music. Okay.
Well,
They
Brad
have to,
Whit-
they have to,
Brad
they have to
Whitford-
bring Joey. They have to bring Joey Kramer back too.
Well, Brad
Absolutely.
Whitford was outvoted on that album. He wanted to just make the album themselves, like they used to.
Yeah.
So
It ain't gonna happen. It's done.
they're done.
Ain't gonna happen. All right.
Tyler
Where are
can't
we at?
more so.
My number one. Who's number
You go
one?
for it. Yours.
Mine.
Yep.
Oh, you're the only one to pick this as your number one, Jerry. Music from Another Dimension.
Damn. That album sucks worse than I thought it
This
did.
is this is an album that
It's horrible.
I
It's just
heard it
horrible.
before I was gonna go buy it from Target because it had extra tracks, and I go,
What?
no.
Extra tracks,
I'm
more of
not
that shit.
I am not a completist. I won't buy shit like you, Jerry. I will not buy a shit album if I'm never gonna listen to it. If it's gonna sit in my CD collection and never be used, fuck that. I ain't wasting my money on
Do
it.
you have every U2 album?
I love all the U2 albums.
I don't think you do.
The only
I think
reason
you're lying.
the only reason I have Zooropa because I got it free from Columbia House.
Sure.
I
you
didn't
did.
buy it, but I like one
Sure you
song on that, and I do listen to Stay. So
I'm
that's about it.
So you wasted a free
Yes.
pick.
I do.
Completist.
Huh?
I am a completist.
I
And
can't.
by the way,
buy
I'm gonna
shit.
call Doge to go to your house because you didn't pay for your fucking Columbia house, dude. We will get
Yeah,
your
you're
money.
the only one who paid for that shit. Or
I did.
BMG. I didn't pay for BMG either. But Music from Another Dimension is one of the shittiest fucking albums I've ever heard, besides Screedy Politi. And I liked Screedy Politi as a kid. And then I listened to it and I go, why the fuck did I like this?
Not the ones that sing shoot that poison arrow.
No, I like ABC. That
Oh, that
album's
song
great.
sucks.
Lexicon of
But,
Love. I like that album
no,
by them,
no.
dude.
That song sucks.
No, Screedy Politi, they had I got a perfect way to make a big
Yeah,
obsession.
it
Yeah,
blows.
they suck. But
right.
fucking don't talk shit about ABC Lexicon of Love. I love that fucking album.
All right, we'll talk shit about it.
You can.
Goody two, goody two, goody two.
That's
shoot,
Adam
goody
Ant.
two. I know it is.
But I think the first time I heard ABC was the first time I ever uttered the word, "This is gay."
Was it that Be Near Me?
Be near me. Be
Okay,
near.
okay. Lexicon of Love was a lot better than that album. How to Be
Yeah,
a
right,
Singer.
Mark.
No, Lexicon of Love is really
You
good.
always say that. Oh
You don't
no.
like, I bet you guys don't like Spandau Ballet either.
I do.
You like Spandau Ballet?
Yeah. I love
Shit,
that song True. That song True
oh,
is
True.
amazing.
I love
Yeah,
that
great
song.
fucking song.
Ooh,
Oh
ooh,
I like
ooh.
that movie they
Sorry.
did too. They did a movie called The Craze. That was a pretty
I'm
good movie.
sorry. If the band's name has the word ballet in it, I ain't listening.
Spandau Ballet. Do you guys like orchestra maneuvers in the dark?
I did not like that whole movement at all. That
The
whole
new
pop-
wave? You didn't like the new wave?
Just
the
tell
new...
me none of you like that Life in a Northern Town song, please.
Oh, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. That's like fucking Big Country. Fuck that fucking
I
Big
like that
Country
big
band.
country song.
Fuck that Big Country band.
Dude,
Them and Glass Tiger fucking stay in Canada. Never come
I
down here.
always thought they were from England for some reason.
Oh, they're from fucking
Big
Canada.
country. I didn't know that. I didn't know they're from
and
Canada.
that was not new wave. That was that dream crap.
It was new wave, new romantic stuff Duran Duran was doing. You know what bands really sucked was Haircut 100.
Stupid. That's
I've
what
never
it
heard of
was.
Haircut 100.
You didn't hear Love Plus One? I love plus one. No,
Sounds like I love rock and roll.
I love rock and roll. I'll send you the shitty songs later. But fucking,
All right.
that's it, man.
My number one is one of my favorite bands, and Mark mentioned it one or two back. You have to. I really wanted to like the Endless River. I do like a little bit of it from Pink Floyd, but man, it just didn't need to be, because the Division Bell I thought was a fantastic album. They should have won out with that.
With Division Bell.
I mean, it had a song called Anacina, which I really liked.
Momentary was the best.
Anacina was a great track off the Endless River, and Louder Than Words was all right, but it just, I don't know. I get it. It was like Mark said, it was a Richard Wright tribute, but do like add his stuff and do like 8 or 9 songs, not like 30 fucking outtakes.
That's why it was called the Endless River. It was endless shit.
But man, Mark, I mean, I know that you and I go back and forth on this.
I love the Division Bell.
I don't know how you don't. How
I agree.
No, not that. I don't know how you like Momentary Lapse of Reason.
Oh,
I love
that
Dogs of the
album, too.
War. I love that album, dude. I love On the Turning Away.
I like that's the only song I really like is
On the Turning Away.
And
Oh, one slip. What a great
You don't
song
like One
that is.
Slip?
That's a
That
great
album
song.
is fucking amazing.
I did not
Learning
like
to Fly.
Learning to Fly. I love that album way better.
Sorrow.
Sorrow.
That riff.
Division Bell is. I love High Hopes.
Love the Division. Take It Back is a great fucking song.
Oh, Take It Back's fantastic.
Off High Hopes. Off of
High
Division.
Hopes.
Okay, Take It Back and High Hopes. That's it. But Division Bell, top to bottom, I love every song out there, especially the live versions.
No, you mean Momentary, not Division.
Momentary. The live versions are fucking great.
Wearing the Inside Out. That's a badass
Love
song.
that. That's Richard Wright, man. He sound badass in that song. Yeah.
What was the live album they did? The Thunder. The Thunder.
Oh, A Delicate Sound of Thunder.
Delicate Sound of Thunder. Those songs live are just so fucking good.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. And then songs
I love
off Division Bell
Momentary.
sound so good on
I
False.
liked Division Bell at the time, but when I went back to listen to it, I go, this isn't Momentary. It's not as good. It's very spotty for me.
Well, because the other guys wrote with them. Richard and Nick wrote songs with David on that one.
On Momentary?
No, Division Bell.
I don't like it.
Anyway, well, that's our top 11 terrible albums from bands.
11 albums that suck.
I wouldn't say our favorite bands because Tim just wanted to shit on some bands he doesn't even like in the first place.
Yeah.
That's always
Tim.
fun, though.
He's a curmudgeon.
That's Tim, yeah. All right. What else we got here? Andy just did the Gary Moore episode on his Black Spinner. What else you got going on, dude?
Oh, on Tuesday, guys, we got the big show. March Music Madness will be this Tuesday on Black Spinner Circle. where we I just got Al's 15 albums. So now I got everybody's albums. I'm gonna put it all in a hat, and I'm gonna pull them out, 32 albums, and we are going to do a March Madness like bracket. Dick
Cool.
Vitale style, baby. And we're gonna rank them down to number one, which won't be that long. You know, it's going to go to 32 to 16 to 8 to the final four, and then the last one. We each, me, Mark, and Jerry and Al and Joseph, we each picked 15 albums, so that made 75. I'm going to throw them all in a hat and pull out 32.
Was there a lot of repeats?
No, there's not that many repeats at all.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. Also, there's 5 different Black Sabbath albums. That is.
We all picked a Black Sabbath. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, and we all have different albums.
Cool. So Al didn't pick a Rush album?
Oh yes, he did.
Oh, I picked a Rush.
Of course,
album.
he's going to.
I think I picked 2 albums by same bands twice.
But y'all didn't pick the same Rush albums.
Nice.
But
they're eliminated in the first round.
But the thing is that I'm going to pick them up randomly from a hat, so Rush might not even be on the list.
Oh, that's
true. Yeah.
Or Black Sabbath might not even be on the list. It all depends on what I pull out.
Damn.
So I'm going to work on that this weekend. I've already got the poster board. I'm going to write it all out, and we'll go from there.
Nice. And we're doing that later because we all have later schedules that week.
Yep. That's going to be Tuesday at 8:30.
Yep.
Central Time. So it's going to be a little bit later, but that's the only day I can do it that week.
Yep.
So, because hopefully,
all right, Jim. What's going on here? I'm sorry, Andy. Go ahead.
And also, we're going to start our baseball podcast on Wednesday for the 2025 season. Pop the mat.
Pop the mat.
It's a wrestling baseball crossover show.
Pop the mitt, crack the bat starts our 3rd season.
I got my predictions so far. What else are we doing? I can't remember. Predictions.
I picked the Mets are going to lose the division. I don't think they have a good rotation. That's just me.
We'll see.
Oh yeah. I don't have them winning I've got the Braves winning that division.
Yeah. Well,
hey, I was invited on that episode, but I can't do 3 podcasts in that week.
And I got Arizona.
I may have 5 that week, actually.
And yeah, I think I got 4, and I got Arizona winning the West, and I will give my reasons why.
Well, they are.
I can't see that happen in a million years, but it's possible. I mean, Dodgers can really lay an egg, which I don't think they will. But
the Dodgers have
anyway
who could take over in the rotation. A lot of pitchers, a lot of starters.
All right, Jay, what do you got going on, dude?
Absolutely nothing except for Freeform and when you guys drag me in here.
Well, we got Freeform after show tomorrow night. Jerry will be at a cover band show.
I'm up seeing a John Cougar Mellencamp band called Pink Houses tomorrow night. Looking forward to that.
And tomorrow. Go ahead.
And next Friday, I'm going to go see Heart and Cheap Trick. Looking forward to that one. Hopefully Sunday or Monday, Andy. Are we doing 3 shots? We're doing 3 shots finally. So
for whatever y'all want to do, hopefully we get 3 shots done.
It's going to be fun doing that. It always is. We're talking about the Great White tragic incident at the Station nightclub. We were supposed to do that a week ago, but my house was flooded and I couldn't do it. But we're looking forward to doing that and having it out. And what else?
What are we doing tomorrow on Freeform, Jerry?
Tomorrow on Freeform, we are doing.
It's your pick.
Oh, we're doing Hearts, Dog and Butterfly. That's right.
No, we're not.
No.
What's coming out tomorrow on Freeform?
What's coming out? My next pick is Heart, Dog and Butterfly. Yeah. But tomorrow on Dog and Butterfly. Take over, Mark. I'm done.
Blue Murder, bitch. I told you.
I know. Take over.
We're doing Blue Murder's debut album tomorrow on Freeform.
I can't recover from this.
We're doing Dog and Block. Dog and Blood.
Dog and
All right.
Murder tomorrow.
I just want to say, check out the new Black Crows and Jimmy Page album. It's amazing.
Fantastic.
Still don't know when we're getting our
Can't
vinyl.
wait for their vinyl. I know.
Yeah, and the new
I'm
Dorothy
gonna write
album.
them. I'm gonna write them a strongly worded letter.
And the new
saying,
Dorothy album. Really good.
Great fucking. Oh man, that album rules, dude.
And also check out The Last Boy Scout.
Great fucking movie.
I had this here because I've been wanting to watch it for a while, so I had it out. But thank you guys for being on.
Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, next week we are doing our not necessarily a top list, but we're all going to pick 11 albums that we either like or hate. We're just going to talk about them. We're kind of doing like a potluck or a anything goes episode. So
we're doing 11 albums. Anything goes. Next week.
Goes.
Everybody's going to have their own list.
Yeah. Genre, it can be rap.
So there's going to be a lot of Boingo Boingo and Spandau Ballet and Rush. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I've already got an idea for that show. What I'm going to do is I've gone to a couple of record conventions here, so I'm going to just share what I've found.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be things that you like or just interesting album that doesn't get talked about much. So
I'm only going to do albums I like. So.
Well, I am too, but
I want people to listen to a lot of YNT, maybe. I don't know.
That's fine.
I was some Triumph. All right, guys, take it easy. This is the BS sessions. Yep. You guys all rule. God bless, and don't drink. Don't lick any yellow snow. We're out of here. Later, guys.
Oh yes. Later.